Hello and welcome to our guys. You know what episode it is?
Is it 69?
No, 70.
I don't actually know. I don't know if I updated my hand up
70.
before. I've already uploaded 69.
Yeah, last session was 69.
Damn, I missed 69.
You did.
Episode 70.
Yep.
Of our Adventures in Excordia campaign. Joining us tonight, Karen, played by Pyro,
Hello, Mario.
and Dario, played by Norvin.
Hodly.
Returning to us, Katira, played by Liv.
It is a surprise tool that will help us later.
Morgana, played by Shane.
Hello. Don't forget Tristan, he's not open on that thing.
Silver, played by Tristan.
Hi.
Through
I'm
allyship.
late. Try to kill a lich, but sadly I can't kill Zankiri.
Damn.
Dragon's Dogma.
And Zankiri, played by Fergus.
I just had a weird experience. Someone just tried to kill me and failed miserably.
Well,
I didn't get a look at who, though.
Sadly, I couldn't find the lich, that's why I couldn't kill it.
That would do it.
I couldn't get a look at you.
It was just Zankiri lockstep behind him the entire time, just shadowing him.
What are you looking for?
What?
Scooby-Doo chase.
Holding. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, the cars again.
Do they ever stop? No.
No.
Last night, I was driving home from a game night with friends, and I was coming up on a green light, and there was such a long chain of Hellcats blasting through the red light that it turned red by the time they were gone.
God damn.
For a moment, I understood genocide.
Only moment.
Whenever they do that, I can't help but just think, sorry about your penis, bro.
See, Connor, it's an entirely reasonable solution to many a world's problem.
Find a
No.
solution, if you will.
Uh-oh. Anyway, Android talk aside. It was for you, Pyro.
Eh.
Last we left off, you all had started to get your footing in the alternate timeline. You had all dipped your toes into different schools of archaeomancy and made your way to the Feywild to meet with Crowbeak for... I don't actually remember what you got from her. I know there's information, but I don't remember what about.
We got the
The
demon calling horn.
That's right.
And the nitro juice demon shit.
100 fermented souls.
Yes.
As well as a time archaeomancy bracelet originally designed to allow the wearer to enter and exit the Feywild without suffering the effects of time dilation.
Ooh.
Yes. And I had written down somewhere on a post-it note, classically,
Oh, no.
what the oil did if you imbibed it.
I believe he was also
I'm-
still waiting on the stats on that staff, good sir.
I'll get it
I'm
eventually.
begging
Here it is.
you to download Obsidian. I'm begging you.
I found my note. For the oil, it has 100 charges. For one charge, you gain 15 temp HP. 5 charges, heal 40, 10 plus 10. 10, you get fire immunity for 24 hours. And if you spend 50 charges, you can permanently change the alignment of the creature imbibing it to evil. They gain a permanent resistance to fire, and they learn Infernal.
Damn.
Chuck.
So,
What effect does that have if you're already evil?
you get resistance to fire and learn Infernal.
Damn.
Flatulence.
Heartburn.
As far as the alignment grid, it would just be a move straight down to evil. They would retain their chaotic or lawfulness.
Can you post that?
I can send you the picture I took on my notes.
That'll
Oh
work.
my lord. Begging you to download Obsidian. It's free, Connor.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a diamond pickaxe.
You don't
Okay.
need a diamond pickaxe to download the Obsidian Notes app. You get to make you get to make little connective like brain dot graphs.
You see the bit? It flew right over. It's gone now.
So I see you're gonna become a medical doctor.
Wow.
Well, no, I don't play the
Wow.
Minecraft.
That was a good burn, Norvin. Took me a second.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking get at my handwriting, okay? Go on. Take your moment. Everybody get it in. I pulled it up on the recording. Get it out.
I don't know what they're complaining about. I can read it just fine.
Thank you.
I was-
I can read it. It's just
I've looked
chicken
at this.
scratch. Actually, I'm pretty sure chicken scratch is more legible. But yeah,
It's
Oh,
I say this with love, my dearest. It's definitely guy handwriting.
what?
Yeah,
Connor,
but
I-
he's not guy. He gay.
half guy.
go back to your hole, Boomer.
But I'm over.
Not a boomer, bitch.
Alright.
Millennial.
Okay, K Fossil. All right, let's start some D&D.
Glad we're on track already. Yes, Pyro?
I have no way to judge because my handwriting's much worse. It'd be like that.
I keep meaning to make that fucking time staff stats, by the way. It's literally, I'm just putting on the, like, Dunamancy spells from Wildmount. It's literally what I'm doing, is, like, statting them out with charges. But I keep forgetting to do it. At this point, the in-game explanation is going to be when you pull it back to your timeline, you pull those with it.
I mean, not to throw shade, Connor,
hmm
but I did end up having to be the one to create the stats for the box.
To be fair, I said, do you have any suggestions? And you went overboard.
Connor,
Well,
Connor, no, hang on.
Connor,
No,
are you
no,
taking
no,
suggestions for stats on that fucking staff?
Not at this current time, thank you.
Norman, let me interject real quick. Hey, Connor, remember the last time I asked for?
Yeah, he did the same to me. When I said this is the beta test of the Slanesh fight, he said, here's the beta test of the relic. Dump, like a long-ass text. And I was like, okay, well, that's all of it. But let me go ahead and fill these numbers in.
Okay, so Connor, there is one minor thing I do have questions for about this oil.
Okay.
We're supposed to use it to jumpstart the ship?
You can use it to jumpstart the ship, yes.
Okay. Because nothing on here had anything to do with the ship.
It'll be, like, 5 charges for 24 hours of using it on the ship. That is, like, the basic item, like, carrying around, like, a potion.
Cool.
It's going to be a lot more subjective once you get the ship back up and running in the main timeline. It's kind of just going to be like a sort of soft magic nitrous. Of like, oh, I wish we could fire this again. Okay, that'll cost you this many. Or, I wish we could go faster. Okay, it'll cost you this many. So I don't have it statted out that far.
They've already smashed my ankle like 3 times.
As we pick up, as you all wake up in various locations in the grove, Morgana, what is your passive perception?
Morgana's passive, I think, is like 17. Let me check.
Confirm that for me.
Yep, 17.
You will notice you have a lot of wrinkles on you as you wake up.
I'm old.
As you move over to a pond, you notice that you have aged rapidly. And you are now the equivalent of like a 55-year-old human. As opposed to the day before, you were probably looking around 20.
Damn, you really are on the beach that makes people old.
That was a stupid movie, and you know it.
I knew. That's why I love making fun of it at any opportunity I get. It's such an easy target.
The famous bag of chips, though.
Bag of crackers, thank you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is this how aging works?
And Daryl, as you kind of
Yes.
roll out of the bed mat, and you see Morgana standing there with like granny flaps under her arms.
Not the granny flaps.
Dare you.
Damn,
But,
how bad do you think
55?
55-year-olds are?
Not like,
Shit, dude.
not down to like your fucking sternum, but like, compared to 20-year-old, you see like the sag.
I mean, you do know that's preventable, right?
Apparently not when you're aging overnight.
I mean, aging overnight would be the most preventable because that's caused by
Time.
time itself.
Hey,
Time
Morgana,
is, you know,
in
Exactly.
30 seconds, you also age up to 65 now. Congrats. Because Connor
Wow.
this is a-
doesn't know how old people look.
Guess
Connor,
not.
He doesn't know
here's
how
some
children
context.
talk.
Okay.
Have I showed you my mom on picture or video camera?
No.
Sounds like a weird question. Okay, that would have been right because my mom turned 65 this year. So
I would have had to leave. I would have had to leave if I was like, yeah. And I just called like 65 people, like old as dirt. And you're like, my mom's turning 65. I'd have had to go. Like, there would have been another week until the
I will
ending.
also say I think that my mom is one of the absolute like best looking 65-year-old women that I've ever met because she is, first of all, she does not look 65 and no one guesses even hardly in the late 50s for her.
Connor, I got a
So
question
there is
to
that.
ask you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old do you think I look?
I don't
Okay,
think we
hold
need
You
to
look
talk
like
about
43.
Hold on. That's not a fair assumption. You've been aged by decades of misanthropy.
Anger.
Yeah, the anger and misanthropy will get you every time.
No,
No, that causes us to live longer because we're too angry to die.
you've been burned by
Yes,
the
but it
California
also does
sun.
make you look.
You look like leather. Let's move on.
All the
Does this mean
earthquakes
I'm
have moved.
qualified for bingo now?
Yes. Actually, a new component appears in your chest.
Is it
And
the
Dariel's
AARP
gonna ask
membership
what
card?
the fuck just happened and try and roll an Arcana or something to figure shit out.
Arcana or nature?
Yeah, let's roll nature. Totally, 100%. Fuck you, Connor.
I really want you to have given that bitch an AARP membership card.
Who knows? Anyway.
Damn.
As you open up
Nice.
Morgana's chest and look at the flesh electrite that is supplementing the other crystal in her, you gather, with a 19, that yes, she has a fleshy body now, but it ages really fast. Or at least that's one of the side effects it can have. With a 19, you aren't sure what the other side effects could be. 15 to gather that it has side effects, 20 to gather.
Oh.
Zonkiri, as you are in the bushes hiding from Melfight, you're able to get a clear sight of Morgana.
Melfight.
He doesn't even realize she's aged at all.
He's like, she's still got white hair.
I mean, canonically speaking, Gith do tend to be rather face blind to other races.
That tracks.
Just to make sure that the muscles didn't age, Morgana will start doing a handstand push-up set.
You do so without issue. You see, like, a swole grandma just doing one-handed push-ups, vertical. No problem.
Kane just looks over at Morgana and snorts.
Uh-oh. Target acquired.
No.
The Gilf Hunter has arrived.
Age bracket arrival. Target locked.
Karen suddenly just gets the locked-in face. Just
Karen just sees it and just instant dive.
He said, "Oh, muscle gilf? How convenient."
Well, doesn't seem like your combat ability will be affected, but
Thankfully not.
The only thing you notice is you kind of creak as you move.
how is your mind?
How is my mind, Captain?
Give me an intelligence check.
How to ask your girlfriend if she's senile. Step 1.
Do you feel demented?
Let's wait for it to load in.
With a 14, you feel just as sharp as before. No difference in the state of mind from where you were when you went to sleep.
Best part is Morgana would have just been sitting there staring forward as her skin just rapidly aged. And she's like, what the fuck?
And this is because of the flesh electrite we used.
Yes.
The flesh is weak. There we go.
What other electrite do we have?
Do we
Teeth?
Oh.
So they combine teeth with something else to make 2 flesh electrites.
That's so disappointing.
They combined it with. Let me go to Fort Nix and look.
Can't believe you got rid of teeth.
Yeah, so now they have. Also, most of the only other one you had was the ocean electrite, which is what's keeping your ship's life support running in deep space. You have the poison one, I think.
Oh yeah, that seems safe.
You could plug that into Morgana if you wanted.
You
Will
can
that give
use
her
any
poison
electrite
resist?
once.
I already have poison resist, but
And then I think you all have a fashion electrite somewhere.
Can
Ha!
we?
He just turns into Tim Gunn.
Before we go to further down this path, Kiri, do you think that weird wrist thing that you yoinked off of Krobik would help?
Probably would have if she had put it on before getting here.
Well, how long are we going to be here? Because any further, I don't know if it'll start affecting her physically.
I mean, I imagine we're leaving fairly soon. We got what we came for.
So that's good. We should go unless there's absolutely something you need to do. Did you talk to Malira anymore, Morgana? At all?
The whole table
No.
turns and stares at Shane.
Would you like to hold on to the spotlight, if you will, if you want to phrase it like that?
Shane.
from the look of the text, it looks like Morgana was just gonna help Malira as like while someone else was doing something.
You could easily go along with her and help her do her like daily tasks. With both of you having the birthstone sharing power, you all end up making up for the deficit she's experiencing.
Yeah,
And
that was what I was.
If you want to give me a nature check, if you do well enough, you may get a bonus going forward on trying to use this birth magic stuff.
Here we go, baby.
It's guidance. I said it before we hit the button.
It's not going to make a difference, but you can roll it.
12 won't help, maybe? Okay. 13.
11.
No, 11. Brain. Help.
You work competently enough to not impede Malira, but you don't gather the intricacies that she seems to have a inborn talent for using it, and you are lost trying. You just end up copying her movements without understanding why she changes movements in certain places. What would anybody else like to do in the grove? There are.
Try and figure out a way to reverse the aging of Morgana.
Would you like to go talk to the mother of the grove?
Sure.
Or did you want to try and search for your own cure amongst the Fae, flora, and fauna?
Talking to
The Archfey?
Yeah, the Archfey sounds like it would be a intelligent idea.
Yeah. You find her currently working. You find her at a basin with clay in it, and you see she is kind of forming a large creature. As you approach, hello again. What can I help you with, dear?
Hello. Yes. It would seem that Morgana is aging rapidly while here, and we're not absolutely sure why.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
It
I
is.
was hoping that maybe you would know something.
The Grove does keep out most of the more unpredictable parts of the Feywild, but there is a tincture you can prepare to revert one's age, if it's magically induced. I can point you in the direction of where to find them in the Grove.
That would be much appreciated.
She gives you a verbal description of about 4 or 5 ingredients of flowers, moss, all plant-based things. Tells you to essentially put them together, bring it to a boil until it turns a shade of purple, take it off the heat, and
Connor,
yeah.
suggestion.
Yes. Voice in the.
Check your DMs.
Hmm. As she pauses for a moment and listens to the ether around her. Oh, I know about that.
Yeah, the ingredients.
Oh,
Actually does list out the ingredients to these things.
that's cool. I didn't know it had that listed. Where's my what tab am I in? She gave this is the actual list she has. Scorpion tail, an outer fang, dead spider, and a tiny heart that's still beating, suspended in an amber liquid. It tells you that if you just put it in water and boil it, it'll turn amber. And you just have to go find those other things.
Alrighty. Two things I can't do: nature and cook. All right.
As you see Karen picking his nose.
How do we keep it beating after you tear it out?
Well,
So I'm curious, raise a hand.
Emerging
Karen
from the
raises a
shadows.
hand.
Give me an intelligence check, and Daryl, as you're reading over this list that you've written down. I think a 12 is enough to understand Fey trickery. It's a still beating heart. It's not alive.
I just toss a bird in there.
You could put the whole creature in there,
Morgana.
or you could also just like manually pump the heart with your fingers until you drop it in.
Okay.
You can't ever like let it stop.
Ogana's grabbing a bird and stuffing it in the pot.
Kalima.
Is a sentient bird finding.
So-
Hello, friend. Oh God.
Halam Shavai, Halam Shavai, Halam Shavai.
What do I need to roll to find all those things?
Nature or survival.
Karen. Oh, Karen.
Why, yes, my best friend, Andario. Why?
Grocery list.
Hey, I thought we'd made some good.
We have. I'm
Really?
just. You use that voice when you really need something. What you need?
Yeah. I need a scorpion's tail, an adder's fang, a dead spider, and the heart of a tiny creature that is still beating. I'm pretty sure I got that down.
So I'm curious, just holds out a giant scorpion's tail.
Okay.
Gonna need a
now
big
we're
batch.
just looking for a dead spider and an adder's fang.
How's that for a callback, Connor?
Jesus.
Here,
The
just
fucking
stays here for a second.
Brawl. The Throckput. What was it?
Your
Was it-
cousin Throckmorton?
No, the golf game. What was it? It was frisbee golf, but something else.
Pretty sure we are throwing big metal orbs.
Yes, it was like so. It was
chocolate pudding.
Yeah, we should put
Chocolate
that.
golf.
Reamed at.
yeah, and you get the tail from there. So you have this huge ass tail. Where are you gonna find? Where are you gonna start looking for the? Who's gonna helm the check to try and look for Adder's Fang? Also, Silver
That's
wanders up because I don't want him to be exploded.
That's a snake frig. I'm not going for the spider. You can fuck yourself on that front. I'm gonna go look for the adder's fang.
Okay.
I'm gonna go punch a snake.
Morgana's gonna follow him.
And you notice you have a tail after a while, besides the bear one.
Mm-hmm.
You see Morgana walking behind you.
I will actually go turn into a werebear to start sniffing out for a snake scent.
He's sneezing.
He's sneaking.
Love in the middle of the deep forest is a polar bear just walking around.
Exactly. Feywild, it's crazy.
Yeah, an armored polar bear. Feywild, crazy.
I am wearing the red version of the golden compass armor.
Iconic.
Give me a perception check at advantage.
I do advantage. Teen spell.
That's fine.
Also the shields.
Mm.
I'll take a 20.
You find a large snake coiled around a tree.
Is it a viper?
It seems.
Does it matter?
Does it matter? Not really. I mean, it's stretched over multiple branches, and you see its body bowing out like one of the Amazon snakes, and it seems to be sleeping.
An anaconda.
Something like that. A very large
Do you
snake.
have
Don't
guns?
want none.
It is a large-sized creature.
Roblox yourself. I will walk up to the snake. Do you talk?
It's currently asleep. Did you want to wake it?
This is
Yeah.
a trap.
How are you waking it?
Poke.
It's all Morgana to poke.
Morgana pokes it.
Morgana, you climb up the tree onto the branch that it's hanging on.
Poke it, snake.
Poke, poke. The eyes open up to be where there should be eyes. You instead see ear holes as it
Oh, I
looks up
don't
to
like
you.
that.
Thanks, that's a visual.
And you see the patterning on it shifts so that eyes appear on the scales. And you hear in your mind. You hear in your mind. What can I do for you?
We need one of your fangs.
You hear in your head now, Karen. And why would I give you one of my illustrious fangs?
Because I kill you otherwise.
What? They say insane shit all the time. How was I supposed to know this one was true?
I'm changing the voice.
No!
I'm not giving you any of my fangs. They're precious to me.
Look.
As he starts to lower himself.
How about this? Do you take coin? What do you want? I got weed.
Oh, okay. You've got my
Oops.
attention.
Yeah.
What you got?
I got some good shit right here.
As you see,
I-
two like human arms pop out of from its
That's
skin,
awful.
and reach
That's
down. And in one of them, they have a bowl. And they go,
Got any samples?
Oh, of course. I've got some of it. I dabble in this a little bit. I got some of the harder stuff, some lighthearted stuff for the beginners.
Give me that good shit.
All right. I pull something that looks extra stinky out of the back.
is this the wild magic roach?
No, that was mine.
Okay. Roll me roll me-
one thing.
roll me a
That road
D4.
got me fucked up.
Roll me a d4. The DC for them to save is going to be 12 plus what you roll. They have to beat a 14. They don't.
They're
As you see them
fucked.
take a fat rip,
They start coughing like a bitch.
you see all the eye.
Every eye as
Yeah.
it goes along its body just starts turning red. Like, oh.
Yeah, you see it just like dilates, and like the
Hold
ear. You see the ear holes in it start to droop out of its eye sockets, and you see there's actual ears held behind the eyelids.
Why would you
Welcome.
say that?
instead of a hood.
It is-
on the,
When you see its body's just getting limper and limper, you feel like you could just kind of reach out and like pull one of the fangs free. Really,
So about those
it's
fangs.
like all of its muscles are like relaxing more than they should, as you just hear the.
Told you. I make that strong. I make that strong shit. Hold on a second. Let me just take this one of these, and I'll just making sure they're properly numb and just like went out.
Give me a DC 7 strength check.
Look, it's the good Kush.
At the dollar store, how good can it
How
be?
good can it be?
Need that shit for my sciatica. Let's see here. Strength check.
DC 7.
11.
Yeah. It comes out like pulling something hard out of gelatin.
There you go, buddy. I'm sure that goes back. Yeah, say magic weed. All right, well, come on,
The
Morgana.
snake is slowly falling out of the tree and just like coiling up into a puddle on the ground.
Please tell me that this will lead to like a Tooth Fairy-esque version of Cairn in the Feywild legend.
Oh God, it's like Dwayne Johnson, the Tooth Fairy.
So you have your Hatter's Fang, Group B, and Daryl and Zankiri. I'm assuming you're going after the dead spider. And
Sure.
Silver, I'm assuming.
Sure.
Uh, Who would like to helm hunting for a dead spider, or hunting for a living spider currently?
I guess I will.
Survival, nature, or perception?
Oh wow. Oh wow.
What a range of choice you have.
There is no fucking choice.
Ah!
Illusion
Otherwise,
of
those
choice.
other ones would have been
man.
zeros.
And Daryl,
Yo.
with a 21, you see a large spider knitting doing a very long webbing scarf, just crocheting in a field, rocking back and forth on like a makeshift rocking chair. They seem quite elderly.
Grandma spider?
Ill.
This is a small sized creature, and it looks like so far they have knit a huge sized scarf.
Can I roll a history check to see if I know of anything about this thing in Legends?
Sure.
It's Miss Spider.
Fuck you, you goddamn piece of shit.
You're pretty sure this is that spot. This is. Wait, no. I was gonna make a joke that didn't make. I was thinking of the little old lady who swallowed a fly. Hey, actually, no. This could be her, just not human.
It's Miss Spider.
Sure. It's the creepy spider from that one kid show.
It's Charlotte.
Mm.
Charlotte's wet.
Am I the only one who interacted with Miss Spider?
I
That's
hated
so
that
sad.
show.
I love
was so
Miss
dumb.
Spider.
I have no clue what you're talking about, Liv.
I think
Me
I
neither.
do.
They seem old at the end of their life. Are you satisfied with this target?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
that ugly thing.
Would you like to roll to hit? What attack are you? Oh,
That's
Fire's
not
out
Miss
of
Spider,
there.
but that is
that was
from Miss
Pyro
Spider.
being Pyro.
mm,
Did I
That was
fucking
Pyro
stutter?
being Pyro.
Karen from the top rope.
Blam blam blam.
Nice.
Annihilated.
As you see, just suddenly knitting, the arms keep going for a second, where she falls out of her chair. You look over her warped and like mangled face from the Eldritch Blast, as it looks like it's been like pounded inward and like scrunched. You also now realize you're at a murder scene and you might want to hustle out of there.
So pick up the body and hustle out of there.
What's the? Does anybody have a passive perception of 15 or higher?
Yes.
Yeah.
As you're leaving, you hear, "Mom, Mom."
So Zankiri stops and turns back toward the sound.
You see like a adult spider with like a high bun and glasses. Mom, dinner's ready.
Hello.
As you're walking down the hill, she goes, "Oh, hello, have you seen my mom? She was sitting around here. She was knitting a scarf.
Yes, would you like me to take you to her?
Oh, lovely. Thank you so much." And she's following you now.
He just holds down a hand for her to climb on.
She climbs up onto your hand.
Now we've got two.
And now she's
Fucking
comically.
annihilated.
She's on her back now, like in the curled up spider pose.
Have fun with your mother in the afterlife.
Grab! Grandma!
Oh God, no! Please.
Oh, you had to know that was coming.
Burning. Anybody else want some?
Great Aunt
Fucking
Lucy.
Angel Mercy over
You
here.
don't know how many eggs this is. This is not a war you're gonna win unless I get over there.
Great Aunt Lucy. Just a series of eldritch blasts.
Just drop a cloud in there.
Firestorm.
October, brother, why you lose the gas?
As you all leave with an assortment of dead spider corpses to match with the weight of your scorpion tail. What's the last ingredient you need? Oh, a still beating heart.
Can I?
Do spiders have hearts?
Uh,
No, they don't, because their bodies are run by a hydraulic.
Yeah, they're not
Connor, can I
circulatory.
just quickly move along the heart thing by just it's gotta be like a little one, right?
Mhm.
Can I try and you said it doesn't have to be a lie, right?
Yeah, it just has to be, quote, still beating.
Is this something small enough that I could just like move through it somehow with a blood archaeomancy?
Yeah. What kind of
Okay.
creature are you going to steal the heart from?
Oh my god.
I have to steal it. All right, let's see here. Could go back to the snake, but no. He's a customer. What do I see on the way back?
You're walking through like the Amazon section biome, and you're coming across these badlands, and you see this large bird of prey. There's just like a vulture, but with bladed wings, and like an axe for a beak.
That'll do. Hey, we got. Oh, got it. Okay. Shit.
Morgana, high off the contact eye, just gone.
Grandma.
Sorry, Mason walked in my room and played the plus sound effect.
Mason's there.
Yeah, Mason, Brandon, and Ayana are here.
No wonder you
down the
sound
stairs. Yeah. Morgana. You see that bird?
Yes.
That bird's got pretty cool wings, doesn't it?
They're rather
Bladed wings.
interesting.
Bladed wings, bladed beak. It would make a nice hat, wouldn't it? Grab it. Alive.
All right. Wings come out of her back.
Aerial combat engaged.
The bird starts to turn, seeing like a jet engine kicking up. Remind you, technology's regressed. It has no fucking idea what that sound is.
Just
A medieval peasant is here. A medieval peasant is hearing like a rocket launch. He's like, "What the fuck?"
It's a fucking raptor versus a raptor.
I was about to say, medieval peasant hears a fucking raptor coming towards it.
Ear to ear.
It tries to fly away.
Someone start playing me the Valstrax theme.
As you get your target locked, it's trying to fly away from you, unsure of what you are. Or you catch up, unfortunately for it.
Yeah.
You want to roll me an attack?
Alive, oh god, alive.
She's just gonna grab it. Grapple.
Athletics check.
Damn, I can't believe we have a fucking and or strike drone a bear.
Did you
A
rage?
moss.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Well,
Oh!
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
As you go to grab, it just does like a little pirouette and swoop, avoids it. It is going to try and
Again.
attack you.
you tell me it beaks me.
Shane, roll me 2d12 real quick. This is going to be how many squares you are above the ground.
I can't see. I can't.
You are 6 squares off the ground. So 30 feet.
30 feet.
Yeah. Does a 13 definitely does not hit you.
This aerial turf war.
There's beak, and then 2 claws. Nothing. As it swats at you and just nothing.
Leave me alone. I wish to eat my kill in peace.
No. She's gonna grab it again.
Go ahead and roll.
God.
15 hit that.
I
16's a little better. It's just out of your reach.
When it's flying up, I'm going to say another 30 feet. You're 60 feet up now. Just
fuck off.
Connor,
mm-hmm.
I'm done.
Oh.
That
Are you now?
Yeah, maybe not. Come down here.
So does 25 hit you, Morgana?
Flies past a 25, yeah. That just flies past that bird and hits Morgana in the face.
Can I try something?
Yes, after Shane rolls me a strength save.
Cool.
Strength save?
I cannot believe we're losing a fight to a fucking dirty pigeon.
Listen,
Okay.
those
You
ones
are not
brutal.
knocked prone.
Brutal.
It knocks me prone on its
If you fail. That's why I was keeping track of how high up you were.
Yeah, I do say carry.
12 slashing. And now, Fergus, what did you want to say?
Zunkiri is going to look around for the closest sprite.
You see, like, on a toadstool, there's a small pixie party happening. And you see sprites. You see a little fairy grow because you see, like, the white cap mushrooms circling their area.
It's a little toadstool village.
Zunkiri is going to look for one that's kind of away from the rest of them and just ask, would you mind checking my alignment real quick?
Alignment?
Trying to give it a heart attack?
Yeah. Sprites have the ability Heart Sight. They can read a creature's current emotional state and know the creature's alignment. Zunkiri's trying to just knock this thing out with sheer evil.
Yes, I can do that for you, dear. Now, let me see.
As he holds out his hands, you see the, like, green light in his hands coming out. And then they fade to a pitch black as you see dark veins start to appear. Oh God! And his face locks in an expression of fear as he just, like, sleep paralysis style, just freezes up and falls over.
He sees
just
for
twitching.
He sees for a half second that poor shadow topaz dragon just ringing against the cage. Let me out!
Escape while you can! As the darkness pulls it back in.
The girl pick up the unconscious spread, start walking toward where the potion's being brewed.
Meanwhile, Kieran and Mogana have no idea this has happened, so we're still fighting the bird.
Shane, just roll me a straight d20. If you fail again against its straight d20, I'm gonna have it just fly away.
It leaves.
It hit me again, so I was gonna rage.
Faustus has entered his rage mode.
It hit her after telling her to fuck off, and she failed again, so now she's mad.
Okay. Roll athletics then. If you fail this again, I'm just gonna have it leave. A 20!
Oh it's gonna get a 21.
Next week is left to
Yes,
wow.
it did. Yes, it
What?
did.
What
The next thing you're going to say...
Connor, didn't you say straight D20 though?
Well, I decided I was just gonna do it off of this. He's gonna try and grapple it again.
Connor, I have 2 attacks.
Unfortunately,
Bitch, I hate it.
Okay.
Boom.
So as you slice it open, it's beginning to free fall
Oh
as
shit!
you knock it unconscious.
Can I catch it?
This is a
Well,
huge-sized
that was
bird,
taking its
Karen.
head off.
Oh, it was. Yeah.
Did that kill
No.
it?
Yeah.
It knocked unconscious.
If you weren't going for non-lethal, then yeah.
I cut its head off.
Boom! Karen, you see a head free falling.
Wow, with the head.
And this
It's
large
hard.
bladed body starts spiraling towards the ground, where you're
Well,
we're chasing after Karen.
Well, as long as it doesn't just self-destruct on impact, I can probably just take the heart out and then use bullshit. I'm not too. It's like maybe it'll work. Hopefully, someone else has done something.
Karn, you're gonna hear in your head, "Hey, I need that fang now." No mention of a heart.
Okay. So I'm like,
Karen,
I can't. Can I respond?
Yeah.
Sure. Morgana's fighting a bird. We're gonna steal its heart.
We've got a sprite. We don't need a heart.
But I wanted a coat.
is Pepsi okay?
I think Morgana just sliced its head off, so spares.
No response.
Yep.
Morgana will land and then pull the chain blade back in her arm. And just look at Karen. And with an absolute deadpan expression, I'm too old for this. We'll walk away.
Oh.
Karen just gives you the most jaded look possible. Uh-huh.
Like, butch, don't I know it?
And when we walk back, Morgana will be in front of Karen, and if Andara looks at her, she'll be smiling.
I'm just dragging the bird back, about to practice blood magic.
Mhm.
This feels like I've been here before.
Take the head and the body, or just one?
Morgana can have the head. And then we come back and I see the sprite. I'm like, God damn it.
You all meet up at a predetermined point. There's a pot already brought to a boil as they're waiting for your adder's fang.
It's like you just got the sprite suspended above the pot on like a little string.
Yeah. It's still like, even in its impending demise, it's still twitching in like paralysis.
I just walk up to him. Here.
Alright.
You guys do with that. I'm going to do this just for practice. And I'm going to drag the bird away.
So who's making the alchemist tool check to brew this thing?
Sorry, sir. I only have herbalism. Those are different.
I'm proficient in alchemist supplies.
Yeah.
Intelligence-based check?
Guidance.
Yay.
Assistance?
Yeah, proficiency in alchemist tools?
Fuck no.
Doesn't your artificer have expertise in tools like this?
Yes.
Artificer! Dragon's dog.
What's up?
We need artificer stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Gooba.
We need some artification.
So what do you need me to do?
Alchemist tools check based on intelligence.
Okay. I'll use my
Add advantage, I
all-purpose
think.
tool.
Yeah, I take advantage. Hey, look.
Oh, hell yeah.
31 will do it.
Throw the flash genius, just be sure.
Yeah, I don't know. You make a large batch of age reduction stew. Silver, as you're listening to these ingredients, give me a nature check. At advantage because of your background. So, adder's fang is definitely a type of grass. Scorpion's tail is a type of flower. You're pretty sure you've heard of like a beating heart poppy. You realize there was a vegetarian option to all of this.
You could have gone vegan.
Sorry.
But the potion changes to the right color, and you're like, all right, well, I guess the Feywild's not too picky.
Rules of nature.
It's about intent more than function.
Oh my god.
It's up to you whether or not you share whether or not the murders were unnecessary.
As we slowly lower the sprite into the stew.
Yeah, as it dissolves.
Beata Maria.
I mean, yeah, I would probably go like, there was a plans for this, right?
Connor, based on that roll.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, I was aware.
What?
Can I roll for that too?
Nature check, yeah.
They're actually
What am I rolling?
A nature check.
Actually, all of those ingredients are in a little patch over there, like 10 feet away.
What the hell? That was my good boob.
That was my good move.
I just want the lowering of the sprite into it. It wakes up halfway through and it's like tied up in a string. It's like, wait, no, please.
It's right over there.
And Dariel knew too.
You realize now, and Daryl, as you're pacing over it, as he tells you like the names of it, you realize, oh shit, Abther had these hanging up in his alchemy lab.
Oh yeah. Huh.
I did know about this.
And just about any wizard would have these on them at all times, wouldn't they? Looks at Zankiri.
Like at most, the beating heart flower, quote unquote, was the rare one, and all the others were like pretty common stuff to gather in the Feywild.
I'm gonna say that I'm good with mostly winter plants that are hard to find. That's my excuse.
It's the Feywild. You're like,
Shit.
Well, no harm done. It's the Feywild. It was a sprite.
You see the floating sprite wings.
We already had the scorpion tail.
Don't
The
forget
snake
the
is still alive.
spiders.
Karen
The
holds up
spiders.
the bird.
They're spiders.
Morgana kicking the dirt over the bird's head.
Starts the campaign off fighting against races and immediately races against spiders.
Full circle.
You see, I really don't understand why. I really don't understand why people get so uppity when they have the same attitude about half things.
Oh my god.
Because halflings are sentient.
Debatable.
I mean, the snake definitely had sentience, and so did
Ignoring the fact that the spider definitely had sentience.
The snake was fine. The snake got off.
I said, and so did the spider. I just didn't think Pyro would appreciate if I led with the spider.
Yeah.
So if it's sentient, it's just not worthy of living. So,
Firestorm.
Either way,
Next
here,
question.
drink up.
Morgana, you take a ladle full of the stew. Very meaty.
You didn't want Morgana to Badlands chug the whole thing?
You can try.
No, she'll just drink the normal amount.
You swallow it. You don't feel any effect at first. And then you all see as her skin, almost like Botox, just sucks in tighter.
Okay, so how many vials of this do we have now?
You have, like, let's call it 20 charges of this Feywild
Did
Age
you-
Reverse.
Did you use my good pot for that?
Carrot, it is your good pot.
You motherfucker!
It was seasoned, like, it was cast iron, it was seasoned, and now it's full of this shit.
And quick question, Connor.
Mhm.
Is this gonna work when we get out of here?
Yes. It'll reverse any Feywild age differences.
Nice.
Oh, only Feywild age differences.
Yeah.
Oh, better fix Karen.
I was about to make some fucking bank.
Okay, Yzma.
No need to get all up in a twist. Look.
Too late.
Zankiri
Panties, unbunch him.
just kind of like starts pouring it in the bottle, and as he's like holding up the pot, it's like, look, don't worry, I can fix this. Watch. And Zankiri casts prestidigitation on the cast iron pan.
Did you clean it entirely?
Karen
The seasoning is now gone, Karen, that you baked in.
bleeding from the eyes.
That's so sad.
See, I'm being helpful.
Karen,
And
you're
just
biting
like
so
someone-
hard, you feel your tongue start to bleed.
Karen just falls to his knees in front of the now spotless cast iron pan. Do you know how many years I've had this? How much?
Well,
was
then
an
you should be very
heirloom.
happy that it's still clean and in good condition. canonically, and Ariel knows nothing about cooking.
I seasoned this with so many rare animals. I
How do
cooked
you
bear in this
season a
once.
pan?
Let me show you.
For a moment, you imagine cooking them all alive, Karen.
Don't you know orcs eat metal?
The bullshit.
Morgana
tastes
perks up.
better. No, they don't, hun. No, they don't.
Karen seeing the guilt meter. They might.
Carrie,
The only person here that eats metal is me.
Oh,
Wow.
Carrie's just mourning his pan.
Morgana's just like squatting next to the pan and just sprinkling salt on it.
It's so
where did you find this salt? Out of curiosity.
From his tears.
I'm crying into it.
As he's crying, she just held her hand under his face, gathered some tears, and then
Put
just
them in
put it next to her
rubbing it in.
chest and just flash evaporated it. Just started sizzling it.
This is the 30th. Jesus Christ, I'm crying. This is the 30th worst thing that happened to me in the last 12 months.
He keeps a
Can I
list.
get
One
the
of
other
them is
29?
me.
I look up at them.
You look up at numbers 11 through 20.
I put the pan away. I suck in the tears. All right.
As you all start to get ready to leave, you see Morgana,
Vigorously
or you
cleaning
see
out the pot.
you see Malira and Melphite and the Mother of the
Melphite,
Grove going about their business. If there's anything you wanted to say before parting.
Zonkiri would like to say one thing before he just like runs out of the Feywild.
Okay, we will get to that because the next place you all are going, I believe, is I believe you're going to the Dawn Archaeomancy to try and get some because you can modify the little bracelet you have to get the shape of the spell you want, and now your goal is to find something with enough oomph to power your spell. And I believe you all were going to try and talk to the House of Dawn, try and convince them that you were like trying to set time Archaeomancy stuff correct, and you were putting together a team and hoping that she'd give you something. You also know
No,
that supposedly
no.
a acolyte of Vitar is going to be finding you and putting you on a quest.
No, we from the Dawn people, we want the soul of the guy who met the time monster.
Right.
The spell thing we still need to get from the Hierophant Slayer.
Right. Now it's coming together. So
It's all coming.
regardless, where you all are going next, I believe is back to wasn't Mount Celestia. What was it? Not Elysium. It was what heaven did they hollow out?
It was Mount
Celestia. Yeah. You all make your way over to. I think to get there you have to use your word of recall to get to your ship, and then. No, you have the tuning fork for there, so you can just plane shift straight there. That's how you all got there. I was trying to remember how you got here and how you left. So, you all are free to leave and plane shift whenever you'd like.
Okay. Morgana would like to say the parting words to the two of them now. Before Zonkiri says whatever he's about to say to take off Melphite.
Before the zinger?
Before the surprise lich. It's like the Captain Crunch box that's like, oops, all berries or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, oops, all lich.
Oops, all evil.
Oops, Zonkiri.
You see them working together, helping Mother make a batch of creatures. As you see them, all three holding hands, and a little bit of energy from Malira and Melphite flowing into Mother as she breathes out, and that breath of life flows into these clay structures. as they begin to form into flesh, and you see these like weird fey bovine creatures start to come to life as they shake off the clay. What would you like to say to them as they turn in all three as you have their attention?
She'll walk up and she'll bow to them. Thank you for the help and the company while we stayed here.
Of course, dear. Your mother always welcomes you in her grove.
I also am happy that I got to see how things could be.
Glad we were able to inspire you for that then.
Yeah. Glad you're taking notes. Didn't notice you coming to watch me work, but I'm glad you're inspired.
She's half tempted to be like, I've seen how you work.
No, I know that one.
She'll walk up to the other Melphite.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can see you again and see how you do things.
Come back sometime. I'll show you how a real Fae does their job.
Shut up. You're not that cool.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Like a real brother and sister.
Yeah.
Oh.
As you step away, you see that your party forming the preparations for their plane shift. You stand in a circle and stare at the trio as you wait for them to finish their spell.
As the spell's finishing, she wants to be holding the statue of Malphite and just like waving to him.
With it in hand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Zankiri, you wanted to say something?
As they're about to bamf out, Zankiri looks at Malphite, smiles a bad smile. Malphite!
Yeah?
More like Mel can't fight. Get wrecked.
Oh. Get wrecked!
Says he's looking at you, and then he sees Morgana holding the statue, and he's like, fuck it, what? Huh? Come here! And he starts running as you all teleport away.
And Daryl's giving Zancuria the, what the fuck is wrong with you? Look.
So much. Where to begin?
As you all apparate into Mount Celestia, as I move you to the map.
Sorry, I'm testing out a new spell that I call Antagonize.
You don't
We
need
gotta
a
go-
spell for that, Zankuri. Your
We gotta go
existence
back to the
does
ship to get Katira back.
She's
She
not
was on
there.
the ship, right?
No, she was in Fort Nix.
Oh.
Tyr doesn't currently exist.
No, she exists, but probably much happier, and we're gonna take it away
Much happier. And with a
On that
wife
note,
and-
you walk into Celestia.
again.
Oh, this is why you kept pushing us. Okay.
Hee.
Gee.
Did you?
Tira could play.
Yeah,
Well, no, she doesn't get to. She's the one that decided to be an actress.
that's all right. I mean, she didn't get paid for what she did. You're making her pay for it now. We get it.
She's the queen. She's the ruler.
Okay.
Just make her
As
the
much-
acolyte from.
As much as I like to be here when we start killing Archaeomancers and Hierophant goons, I have guests here, and I didn't want to not be here when we're in my place, so I was just gonna stay here until I got us through the Feywild, so that I didn't end up canceling the game or some nonsense.
I
But,
gotcha. Okay.
Kill your
Here,
guest.
Shane.
I'll
You
let him know
heard
that you said that.
Mildly maimed Mason, but the rest of them.
Okay.
Severely maimed.
Enjoy the rest of the game.
Mason gets a pass, but he's on thin fucking ice.
No.
Give your guests a heartfelt message from me.
That sounds like a threat.
I'm waiting for the other shoe.
The U.S. Marines once owned a war duck. That's the message.
A war duck?
Yes.
Keep that in
I-
mind with your
I'll-
activities tonight.
I'll let them know. I'll make sure they know it.
Gotta keep that in mind.
All right, see you guys.
Yeah.
Bye,
Yeah.
Shane.
As you all start making your way to the repurposed temple that has been taken over by the Archon of the Dawn. You step in, and there's still the faint sound of Gregorian chanting in the background as Connor goes to change the watch together to something a little less Feywild. Actually, no. A very fitting track that I'm going to put on that we haven't heard in a while.
Oh,
Liv, you'll know this one.
I will.
You already knew what I was grabbing, don't you?
Yeah, it's the dream sequence music.
Yeah, it is. The Katira regain her memories one. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
this is
this is an appropriate time. This is fitting.
all right. As we're walking in, you see a large throne, clearly meant for like a huge-sized creature, and you see there, standing in front of it, working on some sort of archaeomancy device. It would be like almost looks like an astrolabe, but you see like a small star-like core in it that they're tuning and altering. You see these two what appear to be well-respected Dawn Archaeomancers, almost giving like a Shark Tank pitch to the Archon, who is just standing there and eyeing the thing up and down, moving its bits, and you overhear as you're walking up. You see, as we calibrate the device, it'll be able to locate celestial energies, and so we think that with this, we'll be able to triangulate the locations of other hidden followers to the false gods. Yes, and it should be very reusable once we get the kinks worked out. We'll just need a sample of the type of arcane that we are searching for, and she holds up her hand to have them stop. What kind of kinks are we talking about? So it has a small chance to combust currently, and it does get confused when traveling through some of the upper planes. But with more work and resources, we could... She holds up her hand again. I told you to bring me a finished product by today that was ready to move on to the next phase of funding. What you show me is a waste of the resources I have given you, and a waste of my time to continue to try and fool me into giving you more. One of you will be allowed to leave here, because I'm a merciful god. The other will pay the price. Decide amongst yourselves. You see them look back and forth. Our Lady of the Dawns at no bargaining. You have 15 seconds to decide, or I'll burn both of you. As you see her starting to take deeper breaths, and you see this like swell in her neck, as like between her scales, you see like this bright star-like light starting to build up as she's charging up some sort of breath weapon. Well, you're the one whose bright idea was it, but I did it. After, do you all intervene or just watch?
And just stands there passively with this mask on.
I'm gonna make sure I'm not in the line of fire.
At the end of the 15 seconds, they're both going, him, he's more, like, you could use me. As she holds up a finger as if to shush, and as she breathes her breath weapon, it splits along the finger and just disintegrates the both of them. You all have to look away from the light to avoid being blinded. As you turn back and see just Ash where they were standing, and two hooded attendants walk over and start to sweep them up, as the third one grabs the device, and the Archon says, okay, calling out Shane real quick. It just popped up that he just opened Helldivers 2. I just want to make that clear.
I saw that too.
He's playing Helldivers with his guests.
Just wanna point that out there, right there for the record. As you note, the Archon of Dawns tells the.
And phony.
Now he's definitely not getting those racials back. The third attendant is instructed to take the device into the archives below and catalog it for future use. As the Archon of Dawns turns to you all, I don't recall having an appointment with anyone else today. I assume your business is urgent. You still see like smoke trailing out of her mouth. Who would like to speak up?
Dude, Shane in the Discord, before you all attacked me.
He could tell. He could tell.
He knew. He knew.
Well, you might have known because I posted something in general about it.
I DM'd him.
I DM'd him as well.
Hold on.
Bro opened the game and got like 4 DMs and a ping in chat. He's like, hey, hang on.
Wait.
God.
Well, they room for a fourth.
Hold on.
Wow. Fake party member.
I knew.
Quickly, since nobody else is probably going to want to do it, looks over at Ondario. Yeah.
Anybody here want to be the face? Here's a charisma caster.
No, I do not want to talk to.
Karen's
whatever the
way
fuck
too.
this is.
Karen's way too angry on them to be the face right now. He's memorizing. Karen's memorizing what she looks like for when we get back to our timeline.
All right, Zonkiri will hit himself with a.
I mean, it's an uncurious idea, being the time.
He'll hit himself with a enhance ability. I think it's Eagle Splendor.
That's the charisma one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you say?
Funny you should mention wastes of time. Allow me to introduce myself. He kind of pauses for a second, realizing how that might have sounded out of context.
Wait, I'm not the waste of time.
You do see a visible eyebrow raise.
Zankiri the Dead. Necromancer extraordinaire. Lich of a fair renown. But most importantly, the strongest time archaeomancer to walk the plains.
You all will notice that she seems to enjoy when he accidentally implies that he's lesser than her. You notice a very clear read in her body language that she enjoys that somebody prostrating before her like this, even unintentionally. Time archaeomancy. That's quite the rare skill. Not too many of you left out there, and those who are tend to be abducted and repurposed. What brings you to my court, Time archaeomancer?
Simple. I'm here to make you an offer.
You have my attention.
To take part in the grand rebirth of the House of Archaeomancy. To spring it forth from less than its current state and into a new age, as well as prevent the downfall of your entire kingdom. That's more of a side effect than anything.
She stares at you for a moment. She looks over you all. You're one of mine, and she points to Silver. Speak true, as you feel yourself put under the effects of a zone of truth. Do you feel this Archaeomancer before me has the means to complete what he's talking about?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Whatever, whatever this man has in mind, he always goes through with it
And
and always succeeds on it.
you have any reason to believe he would fail in this task?
No,
And does it benefit me and my kind to support him?
Probably not.
ooh, that's a good one. I'm trying to play words here.
I'm giving you some extra time. There isn't an actual pause this long. I'm letting you think of your response.
You could always
Yeah,
imply
yeah.
what would happen if she says no.
It would change your
What would
life forever.
happen?
You could say something as you said.
What was gonna happen without us doing this again?
Zunkiri gets angry at her for not giving him what he wants.
For
I
face.
And she asked, "Is it in the best
I
interest
would
of her
say
and her people to give him what he wants?"
for the time, I believe it's best.
Fitting. She looks over the rest of you all. I see you've gathered a motley crew of Archaeomancers. I assume that has something to do with your goals?
In a matter of speaking,
Well.
are you aware of how it is that the House of Archaeomancy first fell?
I've heard rumors, and I have information I can't bring to light just yet.
Well, then allow me to recount it from the view of the House of Archaeomancy, or what's left of it. Long ago, before the end, does the war between the gods and the
Ye-
Archaeomancers actually have a name?
Uh, the Divine Purge.
Before the Divine Purge, the House of Archaeomancy thrived greatly. We were burgeoning upon a new power. But a thief stole our conduit into the Archaeomancy realm. And he just like gestures toward, the being that serves as the conduit between like her and the Dawn
Yep.
thing. A thief stole it. And for that, the House of Time fell into its current state. Eons passed, and the gods fell. You rose. Unfortunately, the thief was still at large, and now seeks to return the world to as it was before. They seek the revival of the gods.
You see her jaw clenches, and the sunlight in the room. You feel you're all getting a sunburn just standing here as it becomes more intense.
I'm quite comfortable, actually.
You're like, oh, finally the heat's on.
No, finally, someone turn off the AC.
Karen's having a bad time, just sweating.
Yeah, in your full metal armor that you're
Since
covering your
I'm
body in, just
done Arcanomancy,
you feel
am I
fine.
sweating
You
still?
feel fine. You actually feel you feel okay, but you do feel this like there's a tinge of it. Like
Yeah.
you feel the like wrath in her kind of billowing up in it, and it's enough to make you hold your breath. Morgana, what is Shane listening in?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like anyway,
Get held up.
They seek to travel back in time to before the Divine Purge and prevent it from happening, undoing your realm and the realm of everyone who stands before you as the new gods.
assuming I believe what you tell me, and you gather from her body language she does. What do you come to me to ask for?
Because we know when the thief appeared, and we have what they stole. We return it, and the House of Time does not fall, and they cannot gain the means to do as they plan.
I'm waiting for the but.
But, as you would imagine, their efforts have crippled the House of Archaeomancy, and now only they are able to travel like this. There is, however, a plan I have devised as the greatest time Archaeomancer to live. A soul from the theft is needed. A soul currently in your possession, as well as the remnants of temporal magics found in the in hells, in the temple of the Hierophant.
Quite the citadel you wish to break into. Hmm. You can see she's puzzling. I can grant you what you wish. Do you know the name of the soul?
I don't believe I do, correct?
I don't think so, but we can say that you did and you name him.
Zunkuri, I know Zunkuri knows where he is in there, so he can at least point him out.
Okay, we'll go with that then, that you can
I don't
identify
know
him.
if I saw it.
She snaps her fingers, and you see a large sigil on the floor light up where you all are standing. As you all quickly move to the other side out of it, you see raising up from the floor is that soul battery. As you see the doors to this temple start to close, and blinds drop over the tall stained glass. Point him out.
Zunkuri will point finger.
She reaches into this inferno and pulls the soul out. This one?
Yes. He was there that day when the conduit was stolen.
She blows on it, and you see this like amber-like or citrine-like crystal forms over it. You see this. You've got this small. It looks shockingly like electrite. As she holds it in her hand, I will entrust you with this, or should I say, access to this, along with one of my attendants to escort you and assist in your mission. As she whistles, you see Liv, would you like to describe the figure stepping out from the side of the chamber to join the conversation?
There is a relatively average height, about 5'6", pale, elvish woman with light blonde hair, almost white. Gold eyes, like they're almost glowing like a miniature sun, and golden freckles. She steps out wearing like kind of greenish gold armor, and scale mail. She's got a bit of a placid smile on her face. Hello.
This is my observant Rayenna. She shall report to me on the progress of your mission. As Rayenna, she hands you this small crystal and places it into your hand. Be sure that they remain on task, and should they deviate from what they tell me, dispense the justice of the light and dawn upon them.
Swiftly. I just kind of tuck the crystal into my pack.
Anybody just have a sudden urge to hold her down and feed her 50 charges of a soul juice? Oh, welcome to treason.
Welcome to treason. Have fun. First rule of treason. Have fun with it.
Zuncuria will nod.
Very well. Into the realm of the Hierophant. The revival of the House of Archaeomancy, and what was put wrong, put right once more.
Very well. Before we depart, there is someone that you should meet who will also be traveling with us. Do not be alarmed. She will do you no harm. She'll just snap her fingers, and this massive, hulking, raven-like form steps up and kind of butts its head up under her hand as she strokes gently between where its ears should be.
What kind of creature does this look like?
It looks like an astray.
As the warped eyes start twitching around looking at all of you. You can't help but feel some familiarity in the eyes.
She will not harm you. This is my guardian, Adarin. Yes. We found the astray can be quite obedient once they're tame.
Those of you who look at it, without mistake, see the eyes of Katira staring back at you. And you kind of wince for a moment, remembering the stories that she's told you about her wife who was turned to an astray, and you realize what this slight shifting of events has done to her.
Also, I've told you her wife's name before.
No, I realized who this pair was pretty quickly.
Yeah, good.
I was about to make the comment before you kept going on that, oh, she looks more like a Katira to me.
That was her original name. Just a little Easter egg if any of you pay attention during the dream sequences, because I have said it.
Also, Brianna in the normal timeline had a. You said this tier also has the raven-like appearance.
Yeah.
You all see the shockingly similar astray appearances to what you've been told Brianna looks like. In the small talk Katira.
Believe it or not, we have plenty of experience dealing with the astray. It'll be no problem.
Good. Then I can trust you know to keep yourselves under control.
Be more than a monk.
Good.
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 Right.
We're all saying good now.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of fucking
Yeah.
idiots. Let's go.
You guys are.
Well, y'all are.
You all depart with Rayanna, and as you're leaving, Karen, you hear a message in your mind as you all enter the streets of Celestia. Brave acolyte, I'm the chosen of Vitar. I seek you in Celestia. Meet me so I may grant you your charge. Is Pyro AFK? He's muted,
No.
so I don't know. Let me check chat. Did he say he was leaving?
Fuck, it's an astral
Back.
elf.
It's from, I think it was Spelljammer?
Yep. So, Karen, when you receive a message in your head,
Oh yeah.
acolyte of the divine, I am the chosen of Vitar, sent to see you. Seek me in Celestia, and I will grant thee your charge. Meet me in the library, hidden behind the bookshelves. You will find a note with your mission. I will be there to watch over and deliver the rest of the contents to you as I see you go for the information. You feel this. You hear this message as you start to step out of the temple with Rayanna in tow and step onto the street.
Who's Rihanna?
That's the. Were you here for any of the part where she introduced herself?
No, I had to go downstairs and look for the cat.
It's who Katira's playing. It's also Katira's wife. There's an astray version of Katira following behind her, and she was charged by the Archon of Dawns to make sure you all stay on task and do as you said. And then you got your Underground Railroad message.
All right. If I can reply mentally, I'll just say very well. So now we have to be very careful around the the Inquisitor. You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right.
Observant Rayanna has joined the party.
So,
This is your idea, wasn't it?
Zankiri, you're gonna get a message in your head. We're killing her, right?
Reply.
Wow.
Actually, I was considering kidnapping and bringing her back for Katira.
Oh.
There are
Message in
two
head.
schools of thought here
That is
today.
not Katira's wife, just happens to occupy the same body.
You'd be surprised what a few days of mental fortification can do.
What the fuck?
Doug Carey going, now you're going to be the perfect housewife. I will not. I didn't ask your permission.
Oh, I didn't.
You thought this was an option.
This isn't your choice.
Thank you.
Just chain casting modified memory.
Snuff out the light begins to play as he closes the door.
It's cute. You think you have a choice.
So, do you go to the library where your informant says they've left a tip for you.
I'll catch up with you guys in a bit.
Where are you going?
Yes, where are you going?
I asked. You don't need to.
Oh,
That was directed at whatever the fuck her name is.
Rayanna.
Rihanna.
Rihanna.
No, and Daryl's gonna refuse to ever use it.
The a stray Katir is like feather plume puffs as you take a aggressive tone.
Oh, she's gonna be puffed up a lot.
Yes.
Why are you going to the library, Karen? And do you need company?
It is a mission for my master. I will, and I'll tap the blood mask he's wearing. You will know if it matters. And he's just gonna turn and sternly walk away.
All right.
Aaron, you want to give me performance or deception?
Fuck you.
I'll assist.
I'll allow it.
Performance or deception? He's here.
Both
Against-
probably shit.
Against your insight, Rayanna.
She is not a Beastmaster Ranger.
Oh man, that means she might be useful.
She sure should be.
Hiya.
A 6.
Oh.
That's perception, so go ahead and roll insight.
Oh, sorry. Been a minute.
You good?
Doesn't matter.
Natural 20.
Even worse.
You like glare through the eyes of his mask. You don't trust this orc.
No.
You know explicitly the Archon of Blood rarely talks to his disciples and is usually a shut-in. So saying that he has a message from them is odd.
I'm not saying anything. I just kind of inclined my head as a little, okay.
Insight. Kidding.
So you pocket.
Every
And
fucking time.
Mine's a fucking 0 anyways.
then,
Something gets between me and Liv's character. I swear to God. I'm going to have to crack her neck open. Oh my God. All right, fine, whatever.
Hey, at least this one won't be permanent.
So Katira, I killed your wife technically in a different timeline, but I thought you should know.
Huh?
Katira just waking up. You all been gone 30 minutes.
Sorry, a whole lot of things happened.
I
Meanwhile,
took a nap.
your wife can't really throw a punch, and she has a very fragile neck. You gotta work on that. So yeah, I head off to the library.
Where's the rest of the party heading?
Should get brunch. We were just gonna kind of go to hell, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I asked specifically because I'd like to know:
Go get supplies.
are you all staying together, or are you splitting up?
I will grab Morgana by her arm,
Mhm.
gently, and lead her away to go buy supplies.
Okay.
If the bitch wants to follow us, it's her funeral. I have a murderous girlfriend, and I want to kill this bitch anyways.
I know who I'm keeping my eye on.
So
Every
Zonkiri and Fergus, or excuse me, Zonkiri and
time.
Silver. You guys going to get brunch?
Zonkiri and Fergus was correct.
Zonkiri and Silver going to get brunch. I got to shout out is the
Yeah.
funniest duo.
Wait, what?
Zonkiri and Silver just chilling and having brunch is the funniest combination of any two party members, in my opinion.
Silver, I'm going to get what with who?
It's like the beat cop talking to the criminal. You know,
Yeah.
I got these.
You got these fucking markers.
Thank you. Same brain cell.
We're not so
Too bad.
different, you and me.
Too bad they're both used to
Damn.
kill each other.
Come along, we're going to need to figure out what we tell the devils.
Fair enough.
So you all go.
And the bitch is following Karen, right?
Zonkiri.
Oh.
Oh, she's following Zankiri.
Even a bigger death sentence.
No shit. Vaya con Dios, lady.
Yeah, Karen would have
I mean,
just mauled
her
you.
name is Observant Rayanna. She's here for a reason.
So you were following Zankiri and Silver as they go to discuss their plan over brunch.
Yep.
Cool. Then we're going to cut over to Karen.
Mhm.
Unless you think
Alright.
what you're going to ask them, Rihanna, is important enough to go first.
Nah.
I mean, Zankiri does have something to discuss with Rihanna at brunch, but that can wait.
Yeah.
We'll do that second.
Have
What
you reported
type
to your
of
democracy
dog
officer
you like?
lately? Oh wait, is really just a democracy officer?
How inclined are you to treason?
That's bug
It'll
talk.
be a very interesting question to ask.
Are you frequenting the wrong thing these days?
So, Karen, you make your way back to the library you first went to and were introduced to the blinded angels.
Karen is going to walk in, pick up a random book, and just sit at a table for about 10 minutes.
Give me an insight check at advantage, because funnily enough, your experience with Caster has you well prepared for being followed. You feel confident that nobody in here is expecting you to be in cohorts with the gods.
Alright, I'll kind of get up and slide the book back and start going up and down the shelves. He'll take a little extra time, just like he's perusing, take out one or two, and then slowly make his way towards any shelf that he would had any clue to go.
You find a piece of
Meander.
paper stuck to a book. On it is like it's like a geography book for Celestia.
I kept the blood armor on the whole time.
Right. You see, this book contains notable places in Celestia to visit and archaeomantic creations. And you see, sticking out of one of the pages is the note for you. The page it's on is the Dawn Vault, home to all the reclaimed relics from the Divine Age. You open your note and find detailed in there that they wish you to reclaim the Trident of Vitar. It is held in the vault of the Dawn Archaeomancer, and it is, as divine beings are largely metaphorical, it is a large part of the attacking power Vitar has, and without it, she can't stab back very well.
Alright, I'm writing this down. Archaeomancy Vitar task. Reclaim the Trident of Vitar from the Dawn Vault.
Yes.
Fucking kidding me. Okay.
And so if you reclaim it, Vitar regains her ability to go on the offensive instead of just running all the time.
And the Dawn Vault is obviously located in that big fuck off. Yeah.
And in the lower levels. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So you gather that, and you feel somebody as you're reading. Somebody bumps up against you and puts something into your pocket.
All right. Unironically, completely serious face, Karen will actually eat the note.
Okay.
Take a potato chip.
And eat it. Yeah.
As you're.
And he'll take another book and go sit at the table for about 10 minutes, and then his hand will just idly reach down into the pocket.
It feels like a key. As you gather, somebody is risking a lot by giving you a key to the vault. Some sleeper. You eat the key, yeah. You eat the key and you put the note in your pocket. Fuck.
No, I missed. A
Choke.
fire. And a mist. Missed.
You eventually choke down the note, and you
Yeah.
put down the book you're reading and make your way out.
I will go and rejoin Endar. I'm gonna flip a coin.
Do I go to brunch?
All right. In the true nature of Shane, I go to Endar and Morgana.
You meet up with them, just going through shopping stuff. There are some pretty wares here. This beautiful enchanted fabrics and silks, and there are.
I'm gonna message you something.
Okay. Is there anything you were looking for, or just kind of filler activity to get away from the enemy?
I was just trying to break up the party so she couldn't watch all of us at once.
Cool.
For now.
Did you want to buy anything in this timeline? Like,
No.
okay. Brunch party, brunch brigade.
All right, so Raymond, to get you up to speed.
The placid smile stays fixed in place. It's eerily reminiscent of when you first met Katira and she had no emotions regained at all, but it's instead this like blank, almost smug servitude.
Smug servitude?
In a weird way, yeah, because it's that kind of like, I know that what I serve is greater than you kind of vibe.
Holier than thou.
Yes! Thank you, Pyra.
Ironic, given their anti-god sentiments. But yeah.
Guiding bolt.
Funny you should mention that.
You celestial warlock, you cock.
Maybe.
Fuck
you won't know for a little bit. Will you?
So, to bring you up to speed, we need to get into the Hierophant's lair, steal as much of the time magic as we can get our hands on, craft a spell to travel back in time to when the theft occurred, and, well, stop the fall of the House of Archaeomancy. Only with that kind of power can... Well, only with that kind of power can the world be put right. Understood?
And what is right?
Simple. The way I want it.
Fascinating.
Let's say I don't like the fact that so much temporal archaeomancy has gone to waste. I want it back. I want all of it. I want the house to thrive with me at its head. So, seeing as how that is going to be a bit of an issue, considering the Hierophant is, from what I've read, notably not a person to leave behind friendly things. We acquired this, and Zunkari plops the devil horn of contacting devils onto the table.
Ah.
Yes. Allow us to get in contact with a right good number of devils down in the lower planes to help with the assault.
Raina, you know...
I know what?
You know that there is a agreement between the devils and the Archaeomancers that you can't just indiscriminately kill them, and they aren't allowed to indiscriminately kill people. There's a deal made that they keep back the demons, and they trick lesser people into selling their souls for power. But if word comes down from high that the Archon of Dawn says you need to help these people, they are obliged to obey.
So I would have leveraging power as her envoy, essentially, to be like, hey,
Yes.
your boss says go to work.
Yeah. Yeah, you can defy us, but your higher ups will get word and they'll rip you apart to keep the peace. So save yourself the trouble. It helped me.
Yeah. I have leverage.
You also know that
Love
you're
it.
in uniform. Like, you very much look like one of her respected individuals, and you act like it. As you are.
Because I am!
So, in light of that, allow me to ask you a very simple question, Reginald. How good are you with treason?
Against the Archon.
What? No, the devils.
They answer to us. If they commit treason, then it will be on their heads.
I mean, that was the plan, yes.
They will make their choices, and they will answer for the choices that they make. Be it with their allegiance, or with their deaths.
Zankiri kind of leans over to Silver.
Did that mean anything to you?
I was going to say, as you all were having this conversation, Silver, the tamed stray Katira has saddled up next to you and has laid its head on your lap, and you see a mechanical collar on it. If you wanted to make an investigation check or arcana check to examine what it is and what it does while they were having this conversation. If you're here.
I was muted. Sorry.
You're good.
I'll do a Arcana check.
Okay.
I'll look at it as if I was trying to scratch behind the ear.
Nice.
23.
Oh, 23. Sorry. You gather this. It's a porcelain collar that has been latched on, and metal has been melted to fuse it on permanently. It doesn't have a latch to take it off. And you see 6 different glass gems that seem to moderate the stray's feelings. Enough to keep it. It just acts like an animal without it. And this has clearly been trained to obey. With a 23, you gather the pieces of archaeomancy at work on this are actually not Dawn archaeomancy. It strikes you instead as elements of stone protecting against madness. Which is odd to you that the member, so high ranking of this court, this house, has a stone archaeomancy things that's fairly intricate. Because from what you've heard, it's not super common for them to share projects. They kind of do their own thing. The different houses kind of do their own thing, but if anything threatened any of them, they all stand together. But otherwise, they stay out of each other's business. As a reminder, you also know that the Archon of Stone is the Governess Cromwell of this timeline.
Damn. She done did it.
To catch you up, they did talk about looking for allies, maybe wanting to talk to her, and they're like, actually, this is her entire goal is this timeline. Let's not tell her we want to change it.
Yeah.
And it's about then Zankiri has leaned over and said, "Did you understand any of that, Silver?" As you kind of step back up.
Yeah, I was like, my Silver would be a little too focused and just bobs his head up a bit and go like, come again?
You may ask.
Sorry.
If you are,
Sorry, the
during.
craftsmanship on this is interesting.
Yes. One of the only ways to keep them obedient, but so effective. She is magnificent, is she not?
Yeah. Yeah. Rare to see stone arcanomancy on this.
Connor, do I know why it's stone archaeomancy, or do I have a party line of why it's stone archaeomancy?
You know this is something you requested in part of your service. It's basically something you paid for yourself.
Yeah.
It's not a standard thing for them to like give you an astray pet. You went out and spent the resources you'd gathered to acquire this. The
It
what
was
the reason of why you were so committed to it and why it was so important to you has somewhat faded over time. But you remember that at the time it was like you felt you needed it like you needed air.
It has been so long now that some of the details have faded with time, as they do. But it was a personal request of mine.
Yes.
I don't know if I want to tip my hand just yet.
Okay.
Are you is Fergus saying or is Zonkiri saying
This is Fergus saying
That's what I figured, and that's why I asked.
I'll leave it.
Yes. It is not impossible, but it is uncommon. But she has been very loyal to me. She does not leave my side.
As Silver, you kind of have like a chill run down your spine as you feel Katira nuzzling up under your hand, and just the surrealness of your friend in another life being here kind of makes you a little sick in the stomach.
Give it a little pet and kind of do a little scoop. I guess it has. I guess you are a pair for life, I guess.
You hear faint cooing as
This
you
time
scratch.
or another. Yeah, as I
Yeah.
kind of scratch a bit, scoop him a little, and hand him back to her.
They're a medium-sized creature. They're about the size of a very large dog,
She's
like a wolf
like
dog
a
almost.
Tibet Mastiff
Yeah.
vibes.
Oh, got it.
She's fucking huge.
Although the idea of you picking up this massive ass dog and handing it across the table is also funny.
A power.
Here you go.
I mean, hey, ogre gloves.
Put your dog back, ma'am. Honestly, it would be kind of a power move, and I feel like Rana would respect it. She'd be like, "Oh, okay, you can handle yourself." He's buff. Okay, we can work with this.
You also know that this is the Sun Archaeomancer, or the Dawn Archaeomancer, Rayana. So you feel like you have a Zonkiri outnumbered here.
Yeah, I definitely. That's another reason why I stayed with them.
Nice. Eventually,
The elves stay together, I guess.
Yes, in a sense.
No, that's me out of character.
Yes, I heard you through the veil.
yes, I know, Silver. This is my real voice. Eventually, the other three start to.
So, here's the idea I had. We know the thief severed the connection between the House of Archaeomancy and the Archaeomancers. Well, the conduit
Is there an actual name for like the place where the archaeomancy comes from?
Uh, Conduit's good enough. It. I don't think I had a name established.
Okay, because like where are these people a conduit to, or like what are they a conduit to?
So basically, like there is the second half of that ritual, they become a flavored version of the weave. So the Dawn Archaeomancer is the tether of that to keep it usable by mortals. And then the other person
Okay.
they did the ritual with became the weave and gave it interpretation.
Okay, so like kind of like how the shadow weave was a thing. There's now like a time weave, a stone weave.
Yes.
The Karsite weave.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
And you know, in your timeline, little fun fact, the governess invented a polyweave. It was able to use the existing weave and slip archaeomancy into it.
Stitched it right on there.
Yep. To make it even harder to get rid of.
So, here's the idea I have. It's possible that the devils have already gotten wind of this thief's intentions, and that there is a plot brewing. I'm of the opinion we take advantage of that.
How so?
Present ourselves as the thieves. Tell them that we're trying to undo the claimation of the mortals upon the realm of the gods and the subsequent subjugation of themselves. Incite those willing to rebel to lend us their aid in attacking the Hierophant's tower so that the thief, and like he gives like quotes, like air quotes,
The thief.
can go back in time and ensure that reality ends up this way.
But instead, we would use it to craft our own it.
Yes, to make the ritual we need to get back in time, as well as rooting out all the potentially rebellious devils for you.
Of course. And what will you do once you succeed?
Whatever I want. Explore the depths of time archaeomancy. Craft a magnificent creation which I've had on my mind for quite some time. As well as return what was taken.
And what was taken?
You know how I said the thief stole the conduit?
Yes.
Guess what I have?
The conduit.
Yes. And it's going to owe me quite a bit for releasing it.
Isn't it just? That will be very interesting to see.
Yes. Plus, I'm certain your master.
The Archon, yes.
Yes. I'm sure she'd have quite a lot of uses for a friendly house of time.
As many as I am sure you would make of the House of Dawn.
So, sound plan, or do you think you have something better?
I believe it will work, especially with the added benefit of my presence to ensure their cooperation.
Might I suggest a question for you, Raina?
Yes, please.
What do they need the soul that they asked for?
That's a good question. Do I know about that? Because that did happen before I got there.
You were standing on the side of the chamber,
Standing on the side of the chamber.
and she handed the soul to you to keep guard over.
Now, I'll take the crystal out. What purpose does this serve?
Simple. A locator. We know where the thief was, we know where the thief will be. That allows us to target that area and go there. Without it, it would be a shot in the dark. Could explore all of time and. Well, you'd never manage to catch the thief or stop him.
Do I know if it will be used up in the finding of the thief, or
It's possible.
possible?
You would gather that your lady would much rather prefer her get resources than lose one soul. She doesn't
Right.
affectionately keep these souls, they are bargaining chips for her.
Okay. But it's not something that she's really anticipating, like, but it's not something like you loaned it to them. It was not intended as a loan, it was intended as currency.
She's investing with this.
Yes. It's
Hold on.
not meant to be returned, was what I was checking.
It intended as a loan with other stuff intended to pay back the loan.
Correct.
Yes, but she's not expecting that specific. It's the equivalent of you're giving someone a $20 bill and they're gonna pay you back, but they don't have to bring back that exact $20 bill.
No, they just have to bring back McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm checking, is that it's not like, okay, and are you gonna keep it when we're done, kind of thing. Like, no, that wouldn't be a question.
And you know that she gave it to you because she is a very suspicious entity. And you're here to baby monitor for her best interest.
Yeah.
And you know you could.
Just in general sketchy as fuck.
Yeah. And you know that you could smash this thing, and it would cause a fairly large explosion, and they would lose access to the soul in it if it came to it.
If it came to that. Very well, then. Where are the rest of your companions?
How should I know? I think one of them went shopping.
Eventually,
Do you not have a way to communicate with them? Pardon my saying so, but it seems most unwise.
They'll be fine.
They'll be fine.
Their state
The
of being is
communicator
what
in the middle is the monkey in the middle is out there. They contact us, we don't contact them.
An interesting arrangement.
Everyone's specialized.
Simply that the communicator does not stay with the commander.
As she visibly turns towards Zankiri.
Does she?
Yeah.
She told me
you were the face of this mission to her boss. You are the one who has been leading the charge and the battle plans. She's essentially here as a capable escort quest. She's the insurance agent that's traveling along with the money. She's just capable on her own right. But as far as she's concerned, you're the person that's in charge of your mission. She's just kind of here to help it.
And why would she need to stay near me?
So that you can detail when and where you send your team members.
Already have.
They have designated times to return to you then.
When they finish what they're doing.
Fascinating. Very unusual. But
yep,
times are changing.
here.
I suppose. Oh, if only Rihanna could laugh at that. Oh, if only Rihanna knew the joke. Liv knows the joke and Liv appreciates it.
I don't know
I
exactly how.
appreciate the joke.
I don't know exactly how things are done with you, Don or Chaomances, and he just kind of like vaguely waves his hand around. But,
Much stricter.
well, what can I say? All things happen in due time.
I suppose. I mean, she did already make the joke of, well, I suppose times are changing.
Yes, he's playing off of that.
I know, I love it.
I love that it could be Zonkiri like playing into the time thing, but it could also just be Zonkiri deciding it's fun to do puns.
I mean,
It
he-
is.
has he
Yes,
not been
it's
making
both of
puns?
those.
Has he not been making puns this entire campaign?
That's what I mean. Like,
Zankiri loves puns.
Sing for the.
It's
like
the most painful form of humor.
I personally believe he doesn't even care about the time puns selling his authority. He just knows that they're painful to hear, so he's like, "Oh, this is fun. I'm gonna keep doing it."
Especially because it's the one person that's like really played off of them and not groaned because she's just like, yes, this is how we're communicating with each other.
Morgana does a fair bit of that.
That's also true, yeah.
But no, I have no need to micromanage my allies. If they needed to be micromanaged, well, I'd find better allies.
Fascinating.
Better I focus on the important things.
A very interesting perspective, and one I will take back to my lady. It could suit us quite well.
You'll find there's a lot you can learn from me.
I look forward to it.
Zonkiri, roll me an insight check. As you're kind of reading her body language, there's something you might pick up on. Okay.
Whoop! Didn't mean to DM that.
Natural 20. That'll do it
Nice.
for a total of 28.
Nice.
There's you've been sizing her up this whole time, and you've pinpointed the difference between her and Katira's emotionless states. Katira's emotions were held in a trinket for her to regain. You can tell that the process used for Rihanna has destroyed them. And she can no longer consciously have these feelings, but you're picking up slight reactions. Like her body still reacts emotionally. Similar to how you'd seen Katira cry without realizing she was sad.
In light of that, Liv, check your DMs.
Ooh.
Furthermore,
Holy shit.
the when she was thinking back to why she got the collar
Pyro,
for
what is that?
You just saw.
finally went off, Pyro.
Ooh.
I said this like fucking 10 minutes ago, dude.
Long ass fuse. He says
That
it
was
to me too.
that was the hand I didn't want to immediately reveal.
Yeah. Oh, I assumed it would be something like that. I love that idea.
Does the DM get to know?
Sure. I'll send it to you.
No.
No.
I didn't want to tip mine.
No.
And finishing out what I was saying, specifically when she was thinking back to why she got the collar for Astray Katira, you noticed some like very faint twitches in her body that indicated there's still some feeling she's experiencing. She just can't feel it anymore. There's some experience she's having, but she can't feel it.
Cool.
Ooh.
Like, something's happening. Fuck if I know what it is. Probably just heartburn.
Don't worry, Zonkiri's good at raising dead things.
I'm dead inside. I can
Not for
work with
long.
Not for long. I can fix that.
But yeah, that was the quote idea / excuse Zonkiri had for why he was going to present himself as the thief that needed to return the conduit to quote unquote free the devils to get them on our side.
Cool.
I love that.
Did not realize we were just going to be able to wave our hand and say, "Follow us."
You will get more cooperative. You will get malicious compliance if you wave your hand and say "follow us" because our boss says so. What you're offering will get them passionate about it.
You can enthusiastically comply with our project.
Also, I just find it hilarious that we're presenting ourselves as both the people trying to stop the thief, and we are in fact both.
I mean, it's the film How to Catch a Thief. But yes, I decided to work with the thieves. Shut the fuck up. I do what I want.
All right. Eventually, the party reconvenes, and you all are ready to head to the Hells. Would you like me to pull out the map connecting where you all have your stuff to?
Probably a good idea.
Probably.
I think this is not the one I was thinking of. It's this
Oh.
one.
Wrong one.
Whoopsie!
It's the one that says fish.
We definitely do not take the bitch to the boat.
Right.
I don't get to see the fish?
No.
That's homophobic.
Nope.
You all are here.
Homophobic.
I'm pretty.
By the way, Daryl, do you ever go to? Damn it! I just saw the fucking
Brunch.
bird up description under the Feywild. Do you ever contact Yasa or anything, Norman?
No.
Okay.
Fuck no.
That's a bad
You
idea.
get your daily quota.
So, where would you all like to head? You know that the planes for the Archons have connecting ties. That's how you all were able to get to Prime Material, Carcery, among other places. As well as able to get to Limbo or Pandemonium if you really wished it. And then those 6 rainbow-colored ones, minus the one Prime Material, are the ones you had the tuning forks for. How did you want? Well, you've got the Hell's tuning fork. I'm assuming you're just going to plane shift in.
Feet first into head.
Diving even, right, Shane?
I was about to say that.
I was just gonna post the
One
ODST
brain
fast
cell has
soundtrack and to watch
kicked
together.
I'm more of a jumper. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess
That shared brain cells really kicked in.
Lovely.
I guess we jump into hell.
Jumper as an ODST.
Would you like to name a location in Hell, or just somewhere in Hell you appear?
I mean,
A road to hell?
Are
Is there a
the-
railroad line?
The
Are the
highway.
are the locations in hell roughly the same?
Probably. You read a book. Yeah, they're mostly the same.
Probably Dis.
Oh no, sorry. I mean compared to my normal timeline, not like.
Could we have those locations, sire?
There's each layer is ruled by one of the archdevils. Those archdevils are still in charge, and they still have their rings. That's what I was getting at. Like, what ring did you want to appear on? You want to? There's the one. There's like Vanity. There's the like Necromancer King one. There's the one that Karen made a deal with.
The wax bitch.
Yep.
Respectfully, the wax bitch scares me. So we might have an inn with the what's his name? I wanna say
Thermothrax?
The Whisper
King?
No. Yeah, the Whisper King. With
He's
Zenkiri.
Possibly.
Especially because wasn't the Whisper King also the one that helped us defeat the Hierophant initially in
In-
Game 2?
He is the one who gave you all the back door.
Not that we know that.
Right.
Thing is, he also made vampires, so
He did. He's
I didn't
kind
say
of
he was perfect.
Vecna-esque, Zankiri,
Vecmo with abs.
as far as goals go.
Cool.
So what I can pull up the world emblem and read out all the other layers if you'd like. Or
That'll do.
okay. I figured as much, and that's the backsplash I prepared as you appear in front of his castle.
Woo!
Is that Minas Morgul?
It should
Huh?
be.
What's Minas Morgul?
This bitch never watched The Lord of the Rings, never saw the Witch King of Angmar emerge from Minas Morgul. Pathetic.
I guess so.
Wow.
And Connor
Fake
steals
gay.
something else
Fake gay.
without even realizing it.
Gake.
Alright then. That was dirty. You all appear in front of the Cathedral of the Whisper King. As this is actually one of the locations I filled out on my world anvil, so Connor's gonna double check. Because if I actually fill this out, I don't want to contradict one of the few things that I made.
One of my few bits of lore.
Cathedral of the Tyrant. My bad. That's
pretty baller.
that is the name of really it's the whole plane, but this is the cathedral. The rest of it is just kind of look like grounds tended to by his servants. This is also the strongest archdevil currently. So you all, how would you like to? Would you like to just walk in the front door like you did with the Dawn Archaeomancer, or did you have another plan? You cut out.
Pull out the Devil's Horn of contacting devils.
And who would you like to contact?
The Whisper King.
Now, normally this horn summons them to you, right?
Ding dong.
Oh, no, it's like a phone, right? I forgot. I thought it was like a horn. Who calls me?
Greetings.
Try to reach you about your car's extended
Car's
warranty.
extended warranty.
Lightning strikes.
Have you heard of our Lord and Defiler Zunkiri?
Would you like to?
Would you like to?
I am Zunkiri the Dead, necromancer extraordinaire, lich of well-renowned, currently the most powerful temporal archaeomancer there is, and currently standing on your front door with an offer.
Big dick energy.
Come inside then. And then you see the doors are just remain open. And you can see that this place is in a little bit of disrepair compared to what you'd think, like, essentially Asmodeus' castle would look like. Like, it's very clearly well defended, and, like, it's not about to fall apart, but, like, you expected more grandiosity and exuberance of power. It feels kind of muted as you walk through the halls.
It's mid.
You see wandering the halls are Alips or Alips aplenty, who wander through the halls, and if you listen, they are speaking many languages at once, and it hurts your head almost to try and listen into one, as they are communicating secrets to each other as they move about the castle. And you see there is a trail of some sort of water on either side of the pathway as you walk that these Alips dive into and out of. You look and you see it's definitely some sort of underworld water that you don't want to touch.
Sewage.
Bilge.
As you step into the throne room, you see the Whisper King standing there, just sitting there on his throne, with two large undead, with one, each one cupping their mouth and whispering into his ear as you enter. They stop and sit at attention.
Zunkiri takes a step forward, and as he does, he turns around and Miner's illusions like sparkles and like a little bit of a like confetti flash behind him before turning around smiling.
You have my attention. What do you want?
That a lot. Simple. I want you to send an army.
And why do you want me to do that?
Well, because I know something you don't.
He seems like annoyed talking to you. He very
Most
clearly
people
thinks
do.
you're beneath him, but he's just resigned himself to listening to these mortal problems. And what do you know that the Master of Secrets doesn't?
That you didn't have to be the god's bitch.
His eyeless, bony skull socket just stares at you. And you feel, without lungs, a deep sigh out. Is there a point to your pitch?
Very much. You see, I happen to know of how things could have gone. You know of the fall of the House of Archaeomancy.
I do. I know
Do you
much of it
know?
is still surrounded in mystery.
Well, allow me to illuminate it for you. The conduit for the House of Temporal Archaeomancy, in its burgeoning state, was stolen by a thief, whisked away out of time. And from that, the house fell. The gods, uncertain of the power of archaeomancy, allowed it to sit and thrive. And thrive it did. And thrive and thrive and thrive until it overpowered them. And they were purged. If the conduit was where it was supposed to be, then the gods would have recognized the power the mortals had through the archaeomancy. They would take precautions and do away with the pesky little magics of the mortals. And you would not be subject to the whims of a bunch of short-lived mortal beings playing God.
And why bring this to my attention? What are you seeking from me?
Oh? You misunderstand. I'm not here to get things from you. I'm here to make you an offer. I'm here to give you something. I'm here to give you the chance to be on the best timeline, you could say.
You see suspicion come across him. Is that so?
Yes, I know when the conduit was stolen. I know where the conduit is. The only thing I need is the power to get A to B, or B to A, as it happens to be. And you, well, you have the best chance of getting me that power. The Hierophant was a master of temporal magics. And what remains locked away in that temple of his could very well easily be adapted to shifting the conduit back where it should be.
Hmm.
And then all of this never happened.
He thinks and stares you down. And why would those who stink of archaeomancy want to change your status quo?
Because each of them I have an offer, much like I have given you. An offer of a better life for them.
He stares over at the observant in high-ranking uniform. A defector of her status would be noteworthy.
It would be if I were a defector.
Does this serve your lady's intent to?
Indeed, it does. She has sent me here personally.
I'll play along then. You gather very quickly that he is giving you half truths so that he can have deniability if this is a test. That
Respected.
he's
I mean, that's perfectly fine. I don't think anything other than half truths has been stated this entire session.
yeah. I mean,
It's kind of the game we expect from the Whisper King.
yeah. He will step off of his throne and pull a staff from out behind it. As you see this long carved shard of bone with a green gem on it. You wish to go
Curious eyes
to
instantly lock on the staff.
you wish to go to some new timeline. I'll get you there. As long as you promise to deliver this to the next version of me. As you see the gem fills with this green flame. If you can agree to that deal, I'll give you the means to break into the Hierophant's lair.
Idea as to what the staff is?
You can give me a religion check.
Oh boy.
I almost want to say advantage because you're Zonkiri, but I will not.
Is it...
8.
Daryl, you recognize it's definitely like a chip of a finger bone. With the twos on Kiri, you're caught up with excitement that your mind is racing to 1,000 different places of what kind of horrible, evil magics could be contained in it. Daryl, you feel, thinking back to when you visited Carcery and you saw the enchained god Mortis, and what you know about how much this god hated Mortis, you have a feeling the Archaeomancers gave him a piece of her finger as part of the deal to not cause problems, which he's fashioned into a staff. Furthermore, that gem on top seems to be some sort of piece of his power that he is storing some knowledge in. And you gather that if you give this to him in the next timeline, he'll get to learn the things this one knows, which is a lot of secrets of archaeomancy.
Oh boy, what do you know? The exact same plot Zonkiri is pulling.
What a coincidence!
Say Matt.
Copycat.
As you also hold your powerful archaeomancy staff, just copycat.
Yeah.
And I make copies of this.
I want you to know this has been like a thing all campaign. Every time you do something evil, I'm like, damn, you're just upstaging what's supposed to be my super evil Lich Archdevil. Damn.
Yeah, no, I didn't do that.
This is more an inside joke with me that you're just upstaging him and he's copying you.
I told you the original reason for Zonkiri, right?
Toxic DM, you wanted to make him suffer?
Specifically, every time he tried to introduce a dark or like evil element, I wanted Zonkiri to be able to instantly one-up it just by virtue of being himself.
Nice.
Even to this day, he holds true.
Yeah, and all without being out of character.
Do we have a deal? Oh, great Archaeomancer.
Zonkiri will turn toward the rest of the party as if Fergus takes lot of what everyone else thinks.
Aaron is standing as still as a statue.
I was AFK.
Andy wants a new staff.
scary. Needs a new
And
pair
had
of shoes.
absolutely no interest in ever giving that to whoever it's supposed to go to, and does not plan on it.
I'm gonna.
I will see to it personally that it ends up in the hands of the Whisper King.
You will. He will pull out this.
We'll pull out.
Yeah, he pulls out a scroll and slides it over to you, revealing only the
I
line
like
to sign
the
your name.
they use a euphemism.
Here are the terms. As you see,
The terms are sign your
uh,
fucking name.
a fairly easy Arcana check will reveal that this scroll is essentially infinite, and will continue to have legal jargon fill it to obscure you to getting to the actual juicy parts of it. It details It details the deal I told you of.
Options for counter bullshit play?
Uh, so it requires you to sign your name. To counter bullshit, give me an intelligence check. And isn't there like a, I feel like there's a
Right.
proficiency that's kind of about conniving and being clever. I can't think of it.
I have an idea.
Hmm.
Write to Loggins' name.
Ooh.
Oh.
He
Voodoo
does-
doll his ass.
He does claim to be Zonkiri.
Voodoo doll his ass.
True.
That's baller.
Could also write the Githzerai or the Githzerai Anarch's name.
Also true.
Intelligence, like you said.
Yeah. I mean, those are better ideas than what I was going to spit out. So,
Can I give assistance with that?
I mean, it was just to come up with an idea on how to bullshit it, and they came up with better ones. So sure. The one I was going to suggest is have Rihanna sign it because she'll just cease to exist if you all don't follow through with it. Like, okay.
Yeah, but that could also like split on to the fucking the other one. Going by my idea.
Nat 20.
Yeah. The pitch I was going to give you is you could get Rihanna to do it, and he may not have the authority to fuck with her.
I can't. We can also reach off of to the other
Yeah.
one.
The other two ideas you all had are more fun, I believe.
Yeah.
I like the other two ideas personally.
I-
And not just because I'm playing Rihanna.
I especially like the Talagath one, considering what you and I have talked about, Connor, about what
Mhm.
happens to Talagath.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Zonkiri will reach down and sign as Talagath.
The scroll takes it.
So badass.
As
In his head, Zonkiri's thinking, that's why I let that thing live.
Don't worry, I almost spent half of the good idea for campaign here. Yeah, well, I got like half one more.
as a series of half truths, much like Davy Jones being able to stand in a bucket of water on a sandbar.
So stupid.
I love it. It
Rules
made me
don't
so
mean
happy.
nothing, count.
You bullshit sort of trueness enough where it takes it. And he smiles and hands you the staff.
You know what I find most hilarious about all this?
Hmm.
I 100% believe this guy is reading my mind right now. But also, the stories Zonkiri is giving him is also the closest thing to the truth that he has
That's
told.
actually why Andariel hasn't been sending any type of messages to you this entire time.
I mean,
In case he's reading other people's minds, I'm just thinking rage against vampires. That's just it.
well, Zonkiri, as you think about that, you gather that if this guy really hates the gods and you succeed, even if you double cross him, quote unquote, you'll have a weapon that could be devastating to them, the gods that he hates. So it's a win-win.
He's pulling a Xanatos gambit, not realizing he's part of my Xanatos gambit.
but you see, you were the plan I needed to succeed all along.
Yes, I knew you would say that, so I planned for you to have me in your plan.
But yeah, Zankari will take the Mortice finger staff.
As you hold it, you feel the skin on your hand wither and blacken, and it starts to slowly creep up your hand as your fingers begin to wither off. You take
It's like, I'm used to that. It always looked like that.
9 necrotic damage.
Reduced because I am resistant.
Do you let go?
No, that didn't even eat through my temporary hit points.
As you continue to hold it, you notice that the hand you're holding it with, up to your elbow, becomes withered and rotten. As you just have like this exposed bone and blackened flesh. It looks like a corpse from a fire.
You see Zankari just look down as he looks at like the two the formerly two healthy arms he had, and you guys just all hear him whisper under his breath. Why is it always my fucking arms?
Would you
Would you
prefer
like me to hold on to that?
No, mine.
Metal arm reaching out.
Talk about this later. Not in front of this guy. You're making us look unprofessional.
Okay, the really funny thing is, I like to imagine that instead of pointing at the Whisper King, he pointed at Brianna.
And
Like,
still
we
said
already know what the Whisper King thinks of it. It's this bitch that we have to be, that's like gonna actively be there with a knife.
Speaking of knives, you see he reaches into those little trickles of water meet into a pool in front of his throne as he reaches in deep and pulls out a pair of shears. Are you ready to go?
Oh, he's gonna
time
look.
cheers.
That's so baller.
They look kind of similar.
Zankari pulls out his own set.
By pure coincidence, they have the same design.
Same hat.
He's just kind of taken aback. These are the Fate shears. I don't know why you have a knockoff, but
The Walmart brand.
these will open the way to the Hierophant's lair. As he's like a little offended, he's like, "How dare you have a copy of my cool MacGuffin?" As he starts like,
This has to be the weirdest day ever for him.
yeah, he's like, "Fucking, are you alternate me?" Like,
he now starts thinking, "Oh, I just handed alternate B the staff, didn't I? That's why he was so cool with it."
it's definitely a thought. He's like, "Damn. I mean, go off, I guess."
He said, "Wow, that was really cunty. I gotta respect it."
Those exact
Right.
words, actually.
Open the door.
As he cuts through the air, and you see a rift
Open the door, Kronk.
Step in. And as you all file in, it seals up behind you. And we are going to take a 10-minute break as I will prepare a little map as you all step into the inside of the Hierophant's lair.
So
I love that we didn't get to fight the Hierophant at the end of campaign 2, and Connor was like, "Well, now I'm just simply gonna make it so you have to fight him in campaign 3."
As you all enter the pyramid of the Farseer.
This is revenge for almost burying Cass alive, you tit.
wait. So does this mean we didn't need to get Vitar's help?
It means that if you needed her help, you don't have it.
Okay.
Huh? We don't have it?
You all were the side quest was breaking into the Dawn Vault to.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up when we were done talking with them, but I guess that's not an option.
Too late now.
I guess so.
I thought we were doing that after this.
You could technically.
Because even if we already get inside the vault, I imagine if I just say, "Hey, Zunkir, you want to go steal shit from the Dawn Vault?" I just need one item. You can have the rest.
I mean, it's not like we can go steal it. Well, Rhea here.
I was gonna say, it's probably a better idea to do that when you don't have observant Rayenna. right hand of the fucking Dawn
Yeah.
Archon
Yeah.
with you.
That's
Dark
why I was
Supreme.
like, I've been handed a really interesting quest since we have a fucking chaperone.
I mean, hold on. Let me put it this way. I plan on corrupting Ariana, so this might actually be for the best because if we can get her on our side, then we can just probably walk into that vault and take the credit.
Yeah, I got the key and she has the access, so.
I have the retinal scanner.
All right.
Okay.
Liv,
Says the robot with the womb tattoo.
Yeah. I am Liv.
plan on subtle casting modify memory.
You do?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just gonna start implanting memories of happy times with a full Katira.
I think there are some that you actually like that Katira did share with you at some point, I feel like.
She did. Something about a picnic under an apple tree or some kind of tree or something.
Yeah, I do kind of remember.
But no, Zonkiri. So you know how Zonkiri said that he has an offer for everyone here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The offer for Rihanna is to take her with us and have her and Katira have a second chance.
Yep.
It won't be the thems, but it'll be the closest thing to a second
It'll
chance.
be, yeah. It'll essentially, much as I am loath to make a Marvel reference, it'll be the alternate timeline Gamora.
Absolute worst case, we have a spare body in case we just need to swap out the Excordia mind to
Actually,
honestly, yeah, ideal. She would look very different.
have you watched you watched Doctor Who, right?
Yeah.
You remember one of the
I
early...
watched through Matt Smith.
Okay. You remember one of the early ones where Rose is... No, so Rose's dad is dead.
Yeah, and that's the Time Reapers. Yes, if it's Christopher Eccleston or David Tennant, I'm going to remember it quite well.
Yes, Zonkiri's pulling a Time Reapers here.
Yes.
I know Connor's listening in with his headphones, and he's currently having a moment because he loves stuff.
He is less of it. He's not an Eccleston fan. He's a Capaldi. He's a Capaldi era. He's a Capaldi era bitch.
Capaldi,
I don't know. I don't know shit.
Capaldi
I had stopped watching before Capaldi, not because of Capaldi, but because I hated Stephen Moffat's show running at that point, and I was fucking sick of it.
Capaldi had one of, if not the best performances as the Doctor. He was unfortunately hamstringed by having some of the shittiest scripts.
Yeah.
And storyline. Yeah, you can very clearly,
fucking incredible.
You can very clearly tell which ones those were too, like which episodes. Also, can we all just agree the Leaf plotline was absolute bullshit? Yeah.
Is that a Peter Capaldi?
Yeah, it's like like one of the first 2 episodes.
I didn't watch it.
Feeds the leaf to a god.
What?
Where Clara feeds that leaf to that burning sun god. Yeah, it's bullshit.
When it started getting just like really weird, basically for me, when they started altering the Weeping Angels lore with Rory and Amy, where they just kept where it was like they have to be bigger and badder every time, when it's like, dude, this is stupid. The Weeping Angels were fucking terrifying at baseline. You did not have to make them scarier, and in trying to make them scarier, you just made them like stupid and weird.
Especially,
you made them villain of the week.
Especially seeing them move.
Yes. Like that's the whole point, is you're never gonna, but like also for me it was like, oh, the image of an angel is in and of itself an angel, so then like if you're thinking about it you can become one. I was like, I kind of like the idea of like looking at one has enough power to do the transporting shit, but like it just thinking about them makes you start to become one. That was so dumb to me. So I think the last episode I watched was when Amy and Rory died, and I was like, these are the last characters I really have a connection to. I'm done.
Mhm.
Fair.
People had
And I
very
have
strong
not-
feelings about Clara.
Are they negative?
Mostly.
Is this
Good.
how Connor feels when I start talking about Warhammer?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. I'm not
I
sorry, but anyway.
Clara was a bit of a Mary Sue. She had her moments, but not very many good ones.
That was my other problem with all of Stephen Moffat's female companions compared to the Russell T Davies companions. So the female companions for Russell T Davies were incredible because of themselves, either who they were inherently or the choices that they made.
Dude.
All of Stephen Moffat's companions were incredible specifically because of their connection to the Doctor. And without their connection to the Doctor, they didn't really have much important about themselves on their own.
Yeah, they have like every companion had like an episode where they were like, without the Doctor, they've learned things to shine. I don't think Clara ever had that. She had
Okay.
the two-dimensional thing, but like it was kind of a shit story.
But when you think about like the incredible thing, like the little titles that they give them, like Amy is the girl who waited. First of all, fucking infantilizing, and I hate that. And like that's the only thing about her, not all of the incredible things that she did while she was with. It's like, no, the most important thing is that she waited like 15 years. Like, no. There's so much more to these characters, but it's like, no, the important thing is that that was her initial connection. And I'm like, we can't. And now I also say that, like, I also think it wasn't great how they handled Rory, because again, he was not important outside of his connection to Amy.
Oh, yeah. The side characters are the side character.
The side characters are the side characters. And I'm like, first of all, if you're making a companion, period and stop, like, they should at least have a chance to check. Because this is what they did with Mickey Smith in the first 2 seasons, is initially, he's just there because of his connection to Rose, but his arc is him breaking out of that and releasing his connection to Rose and realizing, like, hey, I want to be my own person. How do I do that?
It is funny that he does eventually get with another companion.
Oh, yeah. But it's cute. But it's not like, oh, this is just who I want to be. It's like, hey, I have a lot of really weird experiences, and this is someone that gets it. This is someone that gets it in a way that other people won't.
Yeah. Don't get me started on the fucking...
I will say I do have one disagreement with that, Liv. The companions are by nature kind of intended to be inserts for the audience. Having them be as defined by their connection to the Doctor.
You guys are still talking about Doctor Who.
That is a good, easy way for audiences to connect into the show. Now, I will say, I do think you're right. Eventually, they should grow out of that as they age out of being the companion. But I do think that is
it's one thing to have it as your initial thing. As your initial thing, yes, but it's eventually they have something special about them that is theirs.
Yeah, because that's the whole point of the companions, is that they are normal people who grow and change based on the experiences they have.
The straight up epitome of what they tell you as an actor in theater, where it's like you're ordinary people in extraordinary circumstances.
So my turn. There's this guy called the Emperor. There's like
It all starts with Horace.
You hear some about this guy.
At least it's interesting.
It's weird the Emperor didn't realize with the guy's last name being Heresy, but nonetheless.
Is it really?
No.
No, it's his title.
Yes. His full name is Horace Heresy.
He caused the heresy.
Nope, his last name is
More of a
Heresy.
time frame.
He is the Horus Heresy.
So the Horace. That broke my train of thought. What are we doing?
He is the
still on
worst
break.
child.
No, I still leave that with the twins.
Don't worry, Papa Nurgle still loves them.
Yeah,
I don't even know who the twins are, actually.
Alfarius and Omegon.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Fair enough. Anyway,
I am the bridging nerd.
I didn't know Al had a twin.
Alphonse Elric?
kind of.
Elric
I mean,
out.
I know everyone in his legion is named Al.
Edward Elric.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Bradley really did do him dirty, giving him that moniker with Al standing next to him. He knew what he was doing there.
Yes.
Yeah, he did. One of his favorite things in the world.
Wait, he's so short.
Lore accurate response.
You need to drink more milk.
Get down on your knees.
Ayo?
Why? So you look me in the eyes.
Ayo?
My favorite thing is Edward telling that guy was like, "Get on your knees."
Ayo?
Why? So you can look me in the eyes.
Look,
And we thought Roy was the fire alchemist.
crackhead.
Yes.
Armstrong. Best.
Everybody's favorite.
Yes.
I don't know a single goddamn
Yes,
person.
she
who
is
watched
she
that
is the
show.
greatest.
I don't know. I think we can
I like
definitely
both of
say
them.
I think we can definitely say Envy had the greatest burns.
She really did. Yeah.
Wah, wah,
I
wah.
don't know anybody that has watched Full Metal Alchemist, original or Brotherhood, and not come out of that show just loving General Armstrong.
Hmm.
Even
More
if
of a
he's not their
Hawkeye guy
ultimate
after the
favorite,
end.
they're still like, God damn, I love that man.
Who
And they're
does
right.
look? I like boisterous characters. I'm gonna drive by Naruto real quick. I don't like Killer Bee.
Who?
Who?
Yeah,
Fair.
exactly.
No, I literally couldn't hear what you said.
The guy who stops in the middle and starts rapping.
That happens.
Yes,
Yeah.
Was he,
Wait,
was that
wait,
the Seven
It's
Tails
Killer
worse.
guy?
Bee,
It's much worse in the
the rapper
dub.
guy
But
from Naruto.
yeah, with
Wasn't
like,
that
yeah,
wasn't that one of the other tails? Was he like Seven
Yes.
Tails or something?
eight.
Eight.
The
The
one
dub is
just
much-
below Naruto?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
like the second star.
The,
Like you know what that gives me? It reminds me of like
What?
girl running between two guys and goes, "Babe, stop! This isn't you." Like in the middle of a fight, just started rapping. Just guys,
Yes,
stop
does.
fighting.
The dub is much worse, but the sub isn't that great either. The amount of times I hear Yo just stop in the middle of like even really great fights, him getting jumped and then reverse jumping, fucking Sasuke and other some lovely fight. Hate that he just stops and raps. It breaks it.
He said 8-tailed
What
beast,
show is
not
this in?
8-track
Naruto.
beast.
Naruto.
Oh,
From
that
what I
explains why I have
recall-
no fucking
Yeah.
clue what's going on.
From what I
Sorry,
recall, in the manga as well.
I really ran a tangent because I was thinking I really like Armstrong. I like funny characters. I don't like this funny character. He's not funny. He's angry. He makes me angry.
Yeah, I
Irrationally so.
stopped watching Naruto, and
Yeah.
I even know who that guy is.
What you mean, Boruto's dad? Yeah.
I think I watched exactly 2 episodes of that before I got annoyed.
It's I can't rewatch it because I get so I'm like, oh god, these kids are so loud.
Yeah, I watched
jealous.
until they started doing filler.
You mean the winter
Or
the ninja
Huh?
wizards?
The what, Pyro?
The ninja wizards.
Uh huh.
The ninja nerds.
I mean, that's just
Don't you sass me, Twink.
that's
I
just
will
live. That's just Lego Ninjago. Like
Yeah, it is. I know.
The golden weapons. Like,
Ninjago was a better ninja show than Naruto.
don't get me wrong, I fucking loved Lego Ninjago.
What was I saying?
Everybody.
I don't know.
Don't
Think you're about to give me your
Every-
credit card?
I'm giving you my computer.
You're giving me your social security number.
When?
Where am I?
Who are you? Who are you? The bench is kicking in. Hang on.
Where am I? Can't stay with us, buddy.
Yeah. Connor, when did you say you might be able to come up?
Like the back half of April, I'll have like a 2-week gap between semesters.
Gotcha.
So I'll go up to Tennessee for a bit, and then I'll take the like 4.5-hour drive over to visit you.
Oh,
Ew.
so I can get things cleaned up.
So are we stopping here for the night?
We normally go to 11, don't we? Or do we go to 10?
It's 11 now.
Depends on how early you have to
Or
work.
no,
Well, just as early as normal. But we can. I'll put it to you this way.
Usually
I
Y'all
think it was
got-
more about the other.
I mean, we're at a good starting point.
I will say,
We did have an ADHD meltdown.
Yeah.
I will put forward. Like I have the next plots for you all. Giving me a another week to think of where to go to next will almost certainly put out better plot points.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
That's
we had a really good starting point.
Especially because that gives me and Liv time to go over the mind warping.
I also do like that.
I do love.
Liv, you are welcome to tell him anything I have told you above character
Woo!
about Rihanna to help
Yep.
with it. I trust that he's not going to metagame anything.
Nah.
But
Oh,
I mean, if you
I
need
know.
any help with
It's
holding her down, I have holding bullets.
Oh.
So, Connor, just for the sake of not having to keep track of it, could I have found little moments to tell the rest of the party about minus Raina, funnily enough, about the plan for the vault?
Oh, it's
Huh.
almost like you don't trust her.
Yeah.
Firestorm Sunbeam.
You could have passed it along and told Andaro to pass it along.
Yeah.
But you got your telephone network. Weirdly enough, Silver thinks you want to take like you want Trident gum, but you know.
Look, we don't know
Any of you
how
think
Vitar fights.
Brianna, what her
so-
specialties are, or like abilities?
You see, with Vitar, the ice god, she chews a thing of mint gum, then drinks water, and then spits that out.
I believe that. No, she actually here. She stops in the middle of it and starts rapping and.
hold on, Liv. What were you saying?
I was saying, did any of you think to ask Brianna like what her specialties or abilities are, what she can do?
It is very funny that
Basically
they
what
don't know your class.
is.
And you didn't ask us either, so.
Question: how big is?
That doesn't
Bird?
matter. She knows that y'all are a unit and know how to work together. She's gonna do what she's gonna do, and y'all are expected to look out for yourselves.
How big is Bird Katira?
I said she was a
like
medium-sized creature. But she could be
Yeah,
medium or
she's a-
large, depending on what Liv wants.
I wanted large.
And then
like,
large-sized creature.
Direwolf size.
Large-sized
vibes.
creature then.
This bitch was on your shoulder.
No, I said she was like by my shoulder, like off
She-
of my shoulder.
She's shoulder height.
Yeah. No, this is like think like direwolf brown bear type vibes.
That's
I'm a
what
bear.
kind of confused me. I thought it was like a bird.
I'm a bear, and I
No.
take that offensively.
Raven like. Because that's how
Yeah.
we've described Rana as a stray form.
Yeah, it's also the one that mauled Rihanna looked like that. And so
Yes.
the implication
was-
was that they take on aspects of the things that infect them.
Hold on.
Holding. We have art of it somewhere.
I think I've sent you
Yeah.
art
Yeah,
of
I
it that I
know.
found. And I was like, hey, look, Rihanna.
Like, oh,
That
Man,
not quite. That's
Ooh.
a bit more. I know Connor has sent it to me, and I think I'll be able to find it. Search has.
I decided to give Sippy Therianthropy.
A stereotype is what Mike Tyson says instead of stereotype.
A Therianthrope?
We're all going to hell.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I guess I will see you all next week for episode 72.
Everyone.
Hey guys,
Oh,
quick
this was-
question, because
oh.
most of y'all are in my game for
Connor.
tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Nasir's not going to be there. What do we want to do?
Ooh, this is a really important place for him to be.
Yeah.
If they don't want to do anything else, Liv, I would love to get some God Killer in with you. But we can also do a one shot.
Yeah.
I think it's probably best we don't play without him.
Back to your whole wargamer.
Zonkiri, Soul Jars, Nasier. Like,
No.
I'm continuing the
Yes.
plot.
I want you to know, Fergus. Like when I play Baldur's Gate, I know Withers is like Dragal and like this god. I just think he's like a lesser version of Zonkiri. Yes, lesser version of Zonkiri. Like I see him and I'm like, oh, this is just like Zonkiri light. Like this is nothing to him. He's just fucking around.
Are you going to explain that? No.
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 I was like, okay, well, he is just fucking Zonkiri. Why are you helping us? Trust me, I wish it weren't so. Yeah, that sounds like him.
Yeah, Zunkiri is great.
I just thought you would feel the validation that, like, Jurgal, to me, is just, oh, that's like Walmart Zonkiri. Like, it's lesser in my mind. I was like,
saying Walmart
Jurgle.
brand.
Jurgle.
Jurgle? Papa Jurgle?
Why do you keep saying his name like that?
Why didn't you say it?
Is it not Jurgal?
No.
It's Jurgle.
I think I struck a nerve with Norman.
He's nothing but nerves. What you said?
Norven, I mean.
It's a play on Yurgle.
Huh?
I'm opening
Sorry, I don't
this
play
up.
League of Legends. I don't know what Yordles are.
No, Yurgle. You ever read the Ars Goetia?
I know of it. That was for Shane. The Yordle bit was for Shane.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Anyway. Yeah.
Oh, you too, Norman?
Yep.
surprised you aren't diving in with Shane.